Greetings and welcome back to the kitchen, one and all. My name is Michael, I'm the Deadlesy Gamer, and welcome to Dragon Kitchen, the culinary contest where we conquer the hungers that fill the hearts and minds of all you D&D fans out there with a game of cataclysmic origin. Two chefs of our choosing are going to battle today for supremacy for the honored title of Dragon Chef, one who will prove once and for all that they are the master of this kitchen, nay, all kitchens across the multiverse. But of course, many of you are skeptical. What could these chefs have to offer? Well, today's theme is going to really leave you all feeling a little bit more satisfied, a little bit more home cooking country style, as today's episode is a barbecue episode. And what better competitor for a barbecue showdown than our first guest? All the way from a far off and distant land, please allow me to welcome the one, the only, Gideon Cole!
Well, hey there, Michael. How are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm doing absolutely wonderfully, thank you.
Well, perfect. Really excited to be on the show here. I don't know who this competition is tonight, but I can tell you, they're not gonna stack up. Not against old Gideon Cole.
No, I don't imagine they would. The thundering belly that is hungering for your cooking today. Could you let our audience know? What do you intend to bring to the kitchen today? You got anything in mind? Anything special up your sleeves?
Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, but I mean, you take one look at me. And
Oh, hold on. We apparently have some bugbears. God damn it. All right, folks, bear with me. Let's go slay these bugbears. Eugene! Yes, sir. How many times have I told you to clear the bugbears from the tech roll before we get started? Our guest is sitting here on screen looking like I don't know what I'm doing. What? No, get out of here. Just fix it. First Dave, now this. No, I've had enough of you. Do you want to get dipped in the fondue again? All right. Apologies. Let's try that again. Gideon, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I am so sorry. We apparently had a bugbear in the rafters somewhere. Torbeck belongs here. No.
Torbeck is.
Show Torbeck to his seat. Yes. No, he's got the VIP seats. Jeez. Oh, my God. Sorry. Apologies, Mr. Gideon. Please tell the audience what you've got planned for today's cooking contest.
Well, I think first and foremost, it's pretty obvious that I'm going to heat things up. And, I've been on the road with my old pal Cremmy for some time. And, I didn't used to be any kind of cook, but he showed me a thing or two. So I don't want to give too much away, but I can guarantee you that where there's fire, there's smoke.
That is absolutely amazing to hear, and I cannot wait to sink our teeth into Gideon's cooking with a little bit of heat. Now, of course, we have the perfect competitor for our illustrious guest, someone who has joined us from a land filled with freedom and joy and. Oh, this is really weird. Hold on. Well, 1 second. I seem to have lost control of the desk again. Damn it, Eugene. What is happening here exactly? Okay, just bear with me while I just work on
Gideon! Oh, no! Michael, you bastard!
Oh, did you? Do you really think?
Someone's taking over my video cameras. I've lost Dave. The cameras are not working. What's happening?
Oh, God. No!
Oh, Gideon. Did you
Chuckles,
really
what the hell are you
think?
doing here, man?
Oh, it was my childhood dream to be the Electrum Chef, and I would never let you take my birthright from me. Not after what you've done. Oh, by the way, I'm very happy to be here, Michael. Thank you for having me on the show.
Is DM Dave dead? I'm just
Well,
someone sent me a photo of him with like a gag in his mouth.
he probably should have passed his possession saving throw. You know, he shouldn't have used charisma as a dump stab.
Michael, you can't possibly be considering letting this clown operate in your kitchen, man. He doesn't even have a form. He can't pick up a pan, let alone a knife. How's he gonna cook anything?
Well, strictly speaking, the rules of Dragon Kitchen only state that he needs to be wearing gloves, so,
I can't even take mine off. And actually, I went to get extra certified and get upgraded into poltergeist. So I will be more than adequate to cook with you, Gideon. Far superior to you.
Oh my God!
All right. It seems as though we have a bit of a rivalry here. Do you two know each other by any chance? Like, I feel like there's some tension here.
Nah, there's no tension, man. It was just, it was a little while back. I accidentally hit him, and there might have been a misunderstanding where he ended up dead. And now he kind of haunts me. Every now and again, he shows up just in my mind. But my old pal Frosty does that too. So, oh God.
You
Well-
broke every rib I had, Gideon. And if it wasn't for the fact that we might have a secret ingredient, I would prepare barbecue Gideon spare ribs.
You would try, you sick clown. You would try.
Whoa. Okay, save it for the kitchen, because we have a wonderful show here for the folks at home, and unfortunately, with very little notice. I mean, next time, Chuckles, if you are going to come onto the show, if you can give us a bit of a warning, we can find secret ingredients that a little bit more exotic. But for now, however, the secret ingredient has been chosen, and for your contest today, let's take a look at what our ninjas behind the Dragon Kitchen have in store for Gideon and Chuckles.
I hope it's cotton candy.
End of last year, winter was hard, and I remember telling myself that if I were any hungrier, I could eat a whole dang horse. Before I even got a chance to, death and thunder rose up from the ground. I was lucky, but that horse not so much. Fancy folk call it a Bulette. We call it the land shark. Only some kind of rodeo clown will face off against one of these things toe to toe. But a couple of good shots to the back of the head, or even in soft spots like the eye, and you'll be able to take down a Bulette. And when you pry open that armor, inside you'll find meat as rich as crocodile and as tender as lamb. Some say barbecue Bulette is the best eatings west of the Craglands, and I happen to agree. So yeah, hunting land shark may be dangerous. Borderline suicidal even. But God's damn if it ain't worth it.
All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The ingredient is none other than the dreaded Bulette. Let's tune in and see what our players think of this. But maybe perhaps you've already got some ideas for yourself. Before we kick off, remember guys, Dragon Kitchen is an interactive experience, which means you guys in the audience have your very own buzzers to deal with and do what you would to our lovely competitors. A number of ways you can interact are now available on the board, which you guys can see, which include hero points to give advantage to your player of your choice, avoid killing blows, or potentially petition for some lenience from the gods that be. For $25, you can cause a sabotage and get a person of your choice a sabotage token that they can use upon their opponent. For $50, we can create a Kitchen Chaos event, which is a random event to hinder our players. And for this, and very much this only special, we have the $100 donation for the epic audience member that decides for this. We're just gonna throw a stampede of Bulettes at people, and yeah, just see what the group does. So, guys.
Oh, delightful.
Yeah, enjoy. What do you guys think?
Well, I
I've
think the
already
best way to-
thought of a million ways to prepare a Bulette, and most of them involve Gideon's blood, so I guess I'll have to tone it down a little bit to just 3 items.
Well, unfortunately, for Gideon, that opponent's blood is not listed as an illegal ingredient. In fact, it is encouraged because the first round of this wonderful Dragon Kitchen is the battle round, where you will be facing off with your special ingredient in order to gather and pretty much harvest whatever you need in order to prepare your various dishes. And, well, if Gideon's blood is on that list, well, I mean, technically speaking, he is in the same area, I guess. So, the thing is, you've got to pry it probably from his cold dead hands, but, I don't know, I feel
You're
like...
damn right he does, Michael. You're damn right.
Well, now that I'm a poltergeist, perhaps it'll be my turn to punch you in the body.
Man, how's it even possible that you could have ruined this for me? You couldn't stay out of one thing? Couldn't stay out of the dang any of the adventures? Out of my head even? Now you're this cooking show?
You will never be allowed to have nice things. Never, ever. Never.
Just a moment's peace, man. That's all I've ever sought after.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I
the
ain't
last
getting that
thing you'll
either.
ever have.
All right. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let us dive now into the Dragon Kitchen Arena, where both Gideon and Chuckles will now be transported.
Oh, we're being transported. Oh.
All right. Now, nestled within the countryside here, in a place known as the Craglands, before you is a huge mountainous terrain, a ravine with winding slopes that curve around the countryside, long, far, and wide. Between you and what looks to be a very, very deep ravine is a bridge. Old, worn, kind of rickety, but made of stone at least. And on the other side, grazing on what looks to be a small herd of cattle, is a herd of Bulette. They munch with these huge, massive jaws, crunching and spittle and viscera flowing from their jaws as they tear apart their prey. It is here that we're going to begin.
Oh.
Starting with our initiative rolls.
Oh.
Oh, goddamn.
Yes, I've been waiting for this.
Well, you might not need to wait very long, because the first thing that has happened in our Dragon Kitchen is we have Gane, I hope I'm saying that right, aka Pat, who has just summoned the Stampede.
Oh!
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Already?
So you watch as one of the Dragon Kitchen ninjas steps out behind you with a tiny bell. I'm very sorry, I only get paid here, very minimum wage. Now Gideon, you look very, very strong. And Chuckles, you look like you would probably stab me. But just now, I'll just work here, alright? Ding, ling, 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 ling. And you watch as almost immediately all these Bulette heads lift up and look in your direction.
No, don't be silly. I wouldn't stab you. That's ridiculous. I'd probably just dissolve you in acid. We didn't even get a chance to do one ability before you're stampeding us.
Hey, what did you get here, man? Oh, no.
Okay. So what do we get for our initiatives?
Oh,
I got a 4. A great
four.
first roll.
natural 20.
Hey! All right.
Yeah, you just believe me. Natural 20.
All right. Well,
Oh.
thankfully for Chuckles, the Bulette also rolled a 4 on their initiative, so they will be going last.
Isn't it convenient, Gideon, that as soon as we have a system where you're rolling dice off camera, that your first roll is a natural 20?
Hey, you sick son of a bitch. How dare you question my integrity in the kitchen, all right?
As the
It's
young
right
folk and
here.
the Zoomers would say, a little sus, don't you think?
Kinda sus, man. Kinda sus. You say the
Kinda
word,
sus.
Chuckles, and I'll put the camera right on it, man. But it's kind of weird if you just don't believe me. You know, it makes
Well-
you look weak, I think.
It wouldn't be a night of competitive tabletop gaming without someone being accused of cheating. Oh.
All right. Gideon, you're up first.
All right. So what's the situation here? I mean, are they charging straight at me, or we
Oh, they are definitely about to charge at you. Now, you notice that bridge is quite the bottleneck. Thankfully, I guess, in your own way, the Bulette are not going to be able to cross that bridge side by side. So they will likely have to charge at you single file. But the Bulette are of different types, different sizes, and different qualities of meat. And it is up to you as to choosing which would be, I guess, best for your culinary exploits.
I want to scan this herd here and pick out the biggest, beefiest Bulette I can find. And what I'd like to do at this point is, so I'm wearing these manacles right at the end, long chains extend out from. I'd like to set up a little bit of wrap the chains kind of in a bit of a circle right at the end of the bridge. So as these Bulette are coming at us, when the biggest, beefiest one comes across that bridge at a time, I want to flip the chains up, wrap it, and see if I can draw it towards me.
Beautiful, love it. Okay. As Gideon unwraps their chains and begins to set this up, your eyes lock to one particularly ornery looking Bulette. This is the Alpha. He is not subtle about it. He's big, broad shoulders, and has this glazed look in his eyes that says, "I've killed a man." Folk around these parts call this Bulette Richie.
Classic Bulette name, actually.
Very classic, very classic.
I lock eyes right back with that Bulette, that big Richie feller, and I just say, right under my breath, I let the winds carry it across this chasm right over to him, and I just say, "I'll be your Huckleberry."
All right, with Gideon's plans underway, Chuckles, we now move over to you swiftly.
No, I was gonna make Huckleberry Pie. Stop copying me, Gideon. I am going to look and try to find not the beefiest and strongest, but the chunkiest. I'm going to need a lot of lard. A lot of lard. And not too much meat. It'll be enough. But just what will render the most Bulette fat. Perhaps for a deep fryer, a ye old deep fryer in fantasy parlance.
All right. As you gaze over the herd, you see at the back of the herd there appears to be quite a rotund Bulette. This one seems to be on its side, kind of licking at what looks to be a cow that has been hunted but is still alive. This Bulette has type 2 diabetes, and and it doesn't have a name because none of the staff wanted to get attached.
Oh, well, I'll get attached at the end of my dinner fork. Come near.
Alright.
Oh, they're going to trample us, aren't they? That song from The Lion King starts playing. Oh no.
God, I would hate you so much if your one redeeming quality wasn't that you were actually kind of funny. I would hate you so damn much.
Well, you can't hate what you find funny, so I guess you're really locked in an eternal torment, so join the club.
Alright, anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, yes, I will. Oh man, I completely forgot that we were actually playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. So what I'm going to do is I am going to look at my opponent and say, you know what they say, all is fair in love and war and televised cooking competitions, Gideon. And I am going to grab the flower that's on my lapel and blast an incredibly disgusting, putrid liquid at Gideon and cast a Ray of Sickness. Oh, actually, no, not Ray of Sickness.
Very nice.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry. Stinking Cloud. Apologies. Stinking Cloud.
Cloud.
On top of Gideon, and I'd like to actually place it on where Gideon. I could get Gideon and get it on the map as well, if possible.
Yeah, not a worry. Okay. So, as you do this, a stinking cloud begins to form. Where exactly would you like it?
So if I could cut a 20-foot radius sphere. Oh my goodness! Oh, you know I always liked that Hans Zimmer. Oh no, Stampede. So yes, I would like it basically to be able to be covering the whole bridge and Gideon and not myself. I don't trust myself to not puke in this moment, especially when there's pressure. So yeah, like kind of grazing him there, no pun intended.
All right, the stinking cloud grows onto the walkway.
And I will back up my movement basically as far as I can away from Gideon. I guess I can't see the map personally. I don't know if I should be able to see it and drag myself. Perfect.
All right. And you know what? Just because the volume was so loud, I'm going to double the range on this.
Oh. It's a very stinky flower.
There we go.
Oh, so I guess Gideon needs to make a saving throw.
Gideon will need to make a saving throw.
Yeah, it's
what is save?
Constitution.
Oh, well, you made your first mistake. Well, 13.
Oh no, you fail. You certainly fail. And now, I think you might be stunned or something. Oh yeah, your
You son of a bitch!
yeah, your action is retching and reeling on your next turn, and when you re-roll it after the end of every turn in the cloud.
All right. You, Gideon, the smell is putrid. It is vile. It is the bottom of the bleachers at this crappy carnival, with someone having left a stinky old tuna sandwich inside of a gym sock that has just been festering in the sun. That is the smell that assails you as you retch.
Oh, man, I thought you were joking about Torbeck getting invited, man. This is oh God.
Yes, it smells of age-appropriately named the goblin pee-pee.
We also see that our audience, many of which have also succumbed to the smell of Chuckles' deadly gas.
Well, this is a reality show. I didn't come to make friends. I came to win.
Yes, well, you know what? Thankfully, here at Dragon Kitchen, we are proud to present a 4D experience for our audience members. So enjoy those. You know, that's what we pay extra for. which brings us swiftly to the Bulette. The first one charges into the gas, and as it does, let's see how its fort save goes. Now listen, Bulette. He gets a 24 as...
Oh, wow, that passes.
Yeah, this one is Richie, as Richie charges in. Richie takes a deep breath and just spits on the ground as he charges at Gideon.
Oh no, he kind of likes it. Oh.
Oh man, there's
Richie.
no way this guy's gonna. Oh, well, I mean, there's no way this guy's gonna make a good meal now, covering all this horrible gas, all this poisonous gas.
Very true. All right, that is a 19 to hit Gideon, which will find purchase.
Oh, that hit. Oh, God. I've been gored by Richie. No. Oh.
All right, Richie deals 17 points of damage as he picks Gideon up and starts to shake him like a rag doll. As he moves left and right, swaying side to side, you can swear you can hear him saying stuff like, you know, what time do you call this? And just back and forth. Pain searing through your body.
Oh, this is a very funny game show already.
All right, the second Bulette rushes in. And let's see if this one also passes. This one doesn't do so at advantage. Nope. You watch as it crawls onto the bridge and head plants. It tries desperately to get away from the smell. It rubs its nose. It shakes left and right. Bulettes, fun fact, have a very sensitive nose, as their ability to smell and seek out food is heavily dependent on it, and a sense that is able to penetrate even the deep earth. The other Bulette are not so keen on rushing forward and will immediately bury into the ground, dig deep. All except, of course, this very large Bulette at the back. There we go. Boom. Which brings us back to the top of the round. Gideon, your olfactory senses are now shot, which thankfully has given you now a reprieve to be able to act in this round.
Oh, so is my action retching and where are we at, Chuckles? Is my action just retching and
cussing?
Oh yeah, I think you lose your turn because I'm a very good sport.
You do
do I get a bonus action or do I just lose my whole turn?
Let me see. It'd be nice if I could actually know what this, gas spell does. Stink cloud. Hold on one sec. Cloud. Stinking cloud. Constitution saving throw. Fails if the creature spends its action that turn retching and reeling.
Yeah. So
creatures that don't.
Action then.
Yeah, there you go. And you can move.
Oh, okay. Well.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you can't. I don't know.
No. I mean, you're just in the mouth of a Bulette, so I mean. Right.
Oh, that's right. You can move in the Bulette and scream.
Well, I'm gonna activate my flame form, and you'll see as my body will erupt into fire, and as it does, you start to hear the familiar train whistling of a steam engine as my gauntlets draw in its fiery power and begin to whir to life as I activate that form and do nothing else.
Well, actually, that will do something here. I would like Chuckles to roll me a percentage, please.
Oh, a percentile die.
A percentile dice.
The least used of all the dice, very rare and mysterious, with a 56.
56. Unfortunately, 56 is within the threshold which I set and made up just then.
Oh no!
The gas that you happen to use is flammable.
Oh!
I'll need a reflex save from both Gideon and Chuckles, as well as these two Bulette who are on the bridge.
Oh gosh, I got that gas from my war crimes vault. Oh, silly me!
No, not the war crimes vault, man. Shit, I thought this was just smelling gas.
Oh no! Oh, you can't. You know me. I can't keep out of that war crime vault. Oh well, I failed.
I rolled a 16. Is it just dex or?
It is a dexterity saving throw.
18.
An 18 is enough by plenty. One of the Bulette will fail. The second one, however, will succeed. There is a wonderful amount of 14 damage that explodes in a fiery inferno, dealing damage to both you and the Bulette.
Ah! Oh no!
All right. This, however, also does clear the smoke from the field as it has erupted in fire.
Oh!
You can see some of the audience members have pulled out marshmallows and have started roasting s'mores.
I wasn't originally attempting a flambe, but we might have to pivot here.
The barbecuing wasn't supposed to start in this round, Gideon. Play by the rules. Cheater! He's a cheater! I saw
You're a cheater, man! You don't call me a cheater!
He's rearranging his deck. I saw it.
You used gas from your war crime closet in the first round of a cooking competition, you psycho clown!
I don't think they count as war crimes if they're just in cooking competitions.
No, it's not actually
war.
It's not actually a war.
You see there's a tiny little stage ninja that's there with a whistle. He opens up this book and starts reading it. He says, all right, it seems as though both war crimes are allowed, as well as the detonation of said war crimes. As long as said war crimes must include at least one ingredient as part of the victims. It says victims in bold with an underline and everything.
Oh. Well, I guess we're both allowed to really commit heinous acts, so it's gonna be a fun time.
Oh yes, no. Heinous acts against humanity is definitely the spice that we use here. All right, I'm going back over there now.
It's pretty handy that rule book calls out war crimes real specific. Like, I mean, that makes it way easier for you, you know.
Very true.
You know, I'm very confused. You know, I always when it's whether it's encouraged or prohibited. You know, I'm never sure.
All right, Chuckles, it is your turn.
Oh, yes. I am going to look at is the large unnamed Bulette the one on the bridge at the back?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hopefully all of the friends that you have burying themselves is not foreshadowing anything deadly that could happen to me. So I am going to say, you look like you could probably render down to quite a bit of lard. But first, I think I need you to, I'm going to try to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach into my vest and I'm going to pull out a perfectly preserved thing of cotton candy. I'm going to say, oh, come here. You look like you might enjoy some candy floss. You don't have teeth, so you don't need to worry about the dreaded menace of gingivitis. And I'm going to cast Charm Monster on it.
Oh, very nice. All right, let's see if it can make its wisdom save. It does not.
Oh, and and then it is. It's friendly to me, and when the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. I'm gonna say, well, before I turn you into a yield deep fryer and render your fat, can you please render Mr. Cole's fat, and so we can turn that into a deep fry, please? Thank you. And I'm gonna toss the candy floss towards Gideon.
You watch as it looks up, and it follows the candy floss right at Gideon. However, as it reaches Gideon, unfortunately, Gideon had previously stated that he had fired up his engines And candy floss is a very delicate food. And here, food is king, as it reaches Gideon's overwhelming heat, and he is hit in the face with a stick.
Oh.
It's sticky, but there's no sugar left on it as the sugar melts.
Oh, God. Not again, man.
I don't think I have any bonus actions I can use. Let me just take a quick look here. Oh. Yes, what I'll do here is... You know what? I'll hold off on that.
All right. Well, thanks to our donation, the Bulettes are continuing their stampede. While one does seem to have Gideon in a vice, the stunned Bulette shakes its head, still trying to get rid of the scent. The ones who have traveled beneath the ground, however, rumble the earth. Thunder from below. And I need Chuckles. I need you to make me a reflex save.
Oh! That might probably fail terribly. That's an 18.
An 18. All right. You managed to pull yourself to safety as the ground begins to pool into the center of what looks to be a sinkhole. And within that sinkhole is 1, 2, 3 Bulette who are currently invested in trying to make you less chuckly. But you managed to pull yourself to safety for now. The Bulette attacking Gideon shakes its jaws and continues to chomp down on its Gideon sandwich. That is a 24 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
And that is 15 points of damage.
Quit, let me go, you big stupid dummy.
The Bulette at the very end, you know what? And because, you know, I feel like people didn't get the joke, you know, this is the Bulette with no name.
Oh!
Yeah, it's all right. Highbrow humor here.
Very relevant. I love Western cinema.
All right, don't humor me. Okay, so this large Bulette waddles its way forward. It's sort of very, very slowly moving, and it sort of stops about here, out of breath. And that's where we at. Gideon, I guess we'll let you have a turn now, right?
Yeah, well, if I could be bothered, I'd like to attack the Bulette that I'm currently in the jaws of. I'd love to try and squeeze forward, hit it with a headbutt, and if I can wriggle free from its mouth, I'd like to get under it a little bit and just start throwing jabs up into its stomach, see if I can't tenderize it up.
Nice. All right, let's do it. Let's start with a athletics check to break the jaws open with that headbutt of yours.
Okay. Athletics would be a 16.
All right, with 16, the DC of that is... You beat it by 2. All right.
Got him!
As you smack him in the jaw, his mouth opens, and you manage to get underneath him. Underneath the Bulette, unlike the top, is a kind of almost like a ridged line of relatively soft, leathery kind of skin. While the top of a Bulette is kind of almost as thick as tank armor, this area here seems to be a reasonably soft underbelly. Please make your attacks as you unleash a freight train of assaulting blows.
Hey, Ninja God, toss me some of that garlic.
All right, do you want black garlic or white garlic? We also have pink.
Well, toss me all of it. Toss me all of it, quick.
All of this garlic suddenly lands in your fists. Within a few moments, they actually become roasted garlic.
Oh. I just want to kind of crush it in my palms, like rub my hands with it as quickly as I can. get it on my fist and start kind of like pounding up into the stomach. I rolled a let me see what the hit is. $17, $22, and a 16 to hit.
All of those will hit.
Yeah, couldn't miss the broadside of the barn, you big dumb beast. And oh, damage. Yep. Uh, 28 points of damage.
28 points of damage. Very nice. As you hear the sizzling sound of the leathers underneath, the Bulette sort of starts to kind of reel backwards a little bit as it sort of shakes its weight and shifts. There is this beautiful smell of roasted garlic mixing in with that kind of char sort of smell as well. Well done. That's gonna sink in nice and deep. All right. Anything else for your turn?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Chuckles, it is your go. What are we doing?
Am I able to move 30 feet past the Bulette on the bridge so that if I wanted to do a 30-foot line, I could get both the Bulette on the back bridge and then the one behind him, the one that I'm aiming at?
Absolutely. Given that you are a ghost, you may pass cleanly through with no repercussions whatsoever.
Oh, yeah. You wish you could do this, Gideon. I will do that. And I am going to say, oh, hey, Ninja, do you have a vat of saccharin circus peanuts? The candy, not actual peanuts.
He precisely has exactly that, and even to make things better, he has them in a small bucket that has blue and white stripes with little tiny stars on them.
Oh, that's exactly what I need. Give it here, give it here.
He throws it towards you. As he does so, however, as previously mentioned, you're a ghost, and you watch as the peanuts fly through you and off the bridge.
Oh no. Oh.
It's not so good anymore, is it?
Well, I guess I'll just have to sweeten this afterwards, and I will. I'll keep pressing a button on my vest as the flower changes color on my lapel, and I will say, "Oh, I think this is the one." And I'm going to say, "Oh, I wish you were sweet, but I'll just do this anyway," as I cast Tasha's Caustic Brew at a 14th level. Or not a 14th level, 7th level, apologies. 14th level's not a thing.
Prepare to meet God.
And they both need to make a dexterity saving throw.
They will both automatically fail.
Okay,
one because,
so that's 14
one because one of them is like prone and still kind of like disoriented from the gas, and the second because he's not making a dex save of anything.
Okay, roger that. So they are both going to take 37 points of acid damage.
Oh! Now, does this acid have a particular flavor to it?
Well, my attempt was to basically have it pass through the circus peanuts and take on that, but my idea is to basically, as it seeps into them, it's like a super sweet saccharin candy-like marmalade.
Easy. Who said you can't make an acid that tastes like that?
Oh yeah, I mean it's a skill. It's my candy vat. I mean that's like the biggest vat that I have.
There you go. All right. So as it begins to coat their armor, the armor does protect them a little bit, which is good because it means that the meat inside stays nice and juicy and tender without taking on those kind of burnt properties. But the armor kind of begins to soak and seep that very, very high sugar content acid that begins to melt through it. Both Bulette are super angry and will look in your direction as the person responsible for the pain that they are currently in.
Oh man, I'm not vulnerable at all on this small rickety bridge.
Oh yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to our first event of the battle round, the Random Kitchen event. I would like our audience members to type into chat exclamation D20 to see what level of anarchy our players have to deal with. I'll then roll a dice, and we'll see who randomly gets assigned. All right. Number 7. All right, lucky number 7. Let's see who gets it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tired D&D nerd. Tired D&D nerd, we have your result. Let's see what we get here. Tired D&D nerd got a 5, which is... that's not a chicken. I need Chuckles and Gideon. Could you both make me a fortitude save, please?
Oh, yes. Oh, no. I got a 5.
A 5? And...
24.
Well, Gideon, you're fine. But, Chuckles, you watch as one of the stage ninjas, this is Eugene again, comes out and he says, I'm sorry, I couldn't quite hear that. You said you were a poltergeist, right?
Oh, no, poltergeist.
Oh, then
no,
you don't need this, do you?
misconception.
And he holds up what looks to be a cockatrice, whose eyes meet yours and you meet it, and you suddenly turn to stone for 1 round.
Oh man, sucked into a pit by 3 bullets and then immediately turned to stone. I've had this dream before.
All right.
Oh, that was a pretty good one.
The Bulette decide to use their new chew toy. The one on the bridge grabs hold of Chuckles and just sort of shakes him about a bit.
I mean.
Well, thankfully, while you're stoned, you're technically immune to damage. But Chuckles, you're being swung around a little bit. It throws you up in the air. It catches you. It runs over to the one with diabetes and kind of shows it. And then I'm gonna get Chuckles to roll me a percentage check.
Oh my goodness. 66. Oh gosh. Execute
66.
number 66.
All right, 66, unfortunately, again, is within the threshold. You watch as the Bulette digs a hole and puts you in it, and then buries you like a bone. It's not completely buried, like you're half sticking out in the ground. Cole, the stampede continues, but unfortunately, without Chuckles there, they make do with the one person that is. You ready for this?
Oh, bring it on.
Okay. The Bulette that is standing above you can't attack you, but it is going to try and just stomp at you. So it's going to attack at disadvantage as it... But an 11 does not hit you as you manage to stop it from trampling onto you. The other Bulettes, however, try to pull you out from under it. So one Bulette steps up and also gets an 11. Its legs catch on to Richie's leg and start shaking it a little bit. And Richie, unfortunately, cops. Wow, 25 damage. The second Bulette gets a 15, which is another miss. And again, Richie takes another bite. Richie's super angry, so Richie's turning around and biting that Bulette. Oh no, that wasn't a disadvantage, but that is a natural 20 though. So he is gonna... So he tears that Bulette a new one because he's sick of his friends biting him. And the last one will hit Cole with a 17.
Oh, that'll hit.
All right, Cole, you are brought underneath the... Why is it that much damage? Oh yeah, because they're leaping out of the ground. That's why. You take 37 damage as it pulls you out. As it pulls you out from underneath Richie. Richie is not looking good.
Oh, Chuckles, I can't believe you're over there getting buried in the ground, man. You suck at comedy. Ah, fuck, where all these bullets come from? Oh, man, fuck.
Oh, this is the 7th most degrading thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh, come on. We both know this doesn't rate top 10, you sick bastard.
Oh, I'll never tell.
Oh, man. So, is this Bulette on top of me? Am I like pinned to the ground?
Okay, so you're not pinned to the ground in any way. It's just basically grabbed onto your leg and just pulled you out from under it. But you are between multiple Bulette. One of them is Richie, who is literally staggering on its feet, huge wounds everywhere. It is, like, again, it's the alpha, so it's kind of more standing proudly as opposed to anything else. But you feel like a gentle breeze will probably knock him out.
Hey, Ninja Guy, toss me some salt, none of that Himalayan stuff. Some of the good stuff. Give me that pink salt.
Yep,
Give me a couple onions.
Do you want the onion cut or just whole?
Well, no, dice them up for me. You can do that? Yeah, chop them up into little bitty pieces, Oh, perfect. You know what? And while we're at it, why not a little bit of, well, I forget the fucking name of it now. Rosemary. Toss me some rosemary, damn it.
You watch him get a sprig of rosemary, break it in half, and then sort of hand it to you.
Perfect. I'd like to take this combination of delicious elements and spices and rush straight at Richie, leap at him, and just covered in salt and rosemary myself, jump on top of his back and try and get my arms, and if not fully my arms, my chains around his neck, and just get him in a stranglehold and pull him to the ground, and then just keep beating the hell out of him.
All right, let's see it as you go and beat the ever-living snot out of him with your spice mix.
All right, that is a 13, a 17, and a 16 to hit.
The 17 and 16 will hit.
All right.
All right, describe your so this was Richie, right?
Yeah, this is Richie.
Yep. All right, describe your takedown of Richie.
I would love to I'm a little bit further away. I was knocked away by some of his bullshit friends, snuck up on me. Never would have won a straight up fight, but they came at me from behind. I'd like to just run straight at him, get my shoulder down, and hit him with a shoulder check. Bring him to the ground, and then jump straight on top of him and kind of just lather him up, and then get him in the old Matalayao, just lock him down, choke him out. And in total, dealing, let's see, what kind of damage?
He had 1 hit point, Gideon.
Oh, well, there you go. It's at least 1.
You do so. And as Richie hits the ground, he is down. He is down and out. The other Bulette, however, are now hesitant. It turns out that that killing the alpha makes you the alpha.
I stand on top of Richie. I just get up on top of his body and I look at all the other Bulette, and I just give him a war cry.
As you do so, this kind of like sound that kind of like, in the background, you got the steam engines rolling from your gauntlets. As this roar hits, you watch as all the Bulette kind of put their heads down, like their noses to the ground. And they're subservient. Meanwhile, Chuckles.
No!
You feel
Oh, I haven't felt physical form in so long. Oh, I miss being a statue. Bring back that cockatrice again, please. Oh, well, we'll save it for later. Oh no, I'm being buried. Am I able to get up Am I prone? What's the status?
You have no such state. Again, as a ghost, you simply float out of the ground.
Oh, I will float out of the ground and I'll reach into my lapel and I will pull out a large red balloon as I float, and I'll blow it up a little bit, and it'll form like a round pouch, and I'll say, "Oh, ninjas, come here! I need brown sugar, stat!"
All right, they grab you like what it looks to be like a giant cube of brown sugar. They break off however much you need.
Okay, and here I need white sugar, stat.
Okay. They get some white sugar and they pour it out for you.
Oh. Okay, I'm adding it to the balloon. Oh, okay, I need jelly beans. Quick, jelly beans.
They grab you some jelly beans and they're throwing it out to you. While you're doing this and loading this balloon,
I love beans.
These two Bulette are kind of like just looking at you. They look at each other and they look down at you again, like you're just between them, like stuffing this balloon with sugars.
Okay, last ingredient, sprinkles. I need sprinkles, quick. Rainbow sprinkles, not chocolate. I swear to the gods, if you bring me chocolate sprinkles.
All right, you watch as he goes, all right, are you sure? Because, we have chocolate sprinkles.
No, I need Jimmy's. I need the best rainbow Jimmy's you got.
All right, I got you. Rainbow sprinkles. Rainbow sprinkle named Jimmy. All right, I got it.
Oh, yeah, sure. I don't care what
his name is. He brings out a unicorn.
Oh.
It is a full-blown, 100% bona fide unicorn. It looks at you and says,
"That's the good stuff."
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hey, how are you, Jimmy?
Yeah, not too bad. What you need?
I'm fighting these Bulette. Could you provide me some rainbow sprinkles in here in whatever gross manner you're intending?
Yeah, sure. You just need to touch my horn.
Oh, do I just kind of open it up and like put it on the tip?
Yeah, just gotta rub it, like just back and forth, real quick, like.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Hold on, let me just kind of open it up and just place it on here.
That's it, right? Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
The shaft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that work?
That worked.
How's my form?
How's
my form? Okay. Yeah, sure, fine. I follow directions very well.
All right, here come the rainbow sprinkles.
Okay. Yes.
It fills the balloon with rainbow sprinkles.
Yay. And as he refills it, I will say, "Oh!" I'll place my mouth onto the balloon and blow it up as soon as I can. And I will tie it off and drop it in between the Bulettes and cast Shatter at a 6th level as it explodes. Hopefully peppering them with all of those delectable.
Did you just create a candy shrapnel bomb?
Oh, yes, I did. I mean, war crimes are on the menu, boys.
All right.
And so they need to make. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say one of them can make a save. The other one, again, has diabetes and does not move very quickly, so he is just gonna take the full brunt of this. In fact, seeing so much sugar being put into a balloon, it does even worse. It opens its mouth to try and eat it.
Oh. So hold on, I can roll this, right? 5? Does it add it up? Okay, I'll just roll this quickly, 78, real quick. Here. Okay, oh, that's an 8. Okay, 14. Okay, 23. Oh, wow, I'm rolling hot fire, and I'm actually not cheating. 36, 39. Oh, wow. 50 points of thunder damage. I rolled hot fire, or I mean thunder. Oh, and half if they pass. Of course. Oh, I don't hear anybody. Is that?
No, I hear you.
Sorry, thank you. Frickin' silence wizards. Sorry, they're like rats in my show. They're just tiny little wizards that cast silence on people, and you just gotta get them. But yes, so after creating this shrapnel bomb, the amount of damage you deal kills both of these instantaneously. The buckshots season and pepper their entire bodies, bang, with sugar kernels and sprinkles and the like. It is a rainbow-colored mess that is pretty much swarmed over the area, and with an army of the Bulette now subdued, and with two Bulette, one with diabetes and one without, having been rendered dead by buckshot. This brings us to the end of the battle round. Jesus.
Oh, body count 2, right here.
Yeah, well, you didn't get the alpha. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's not about quality, it's about quantity. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, in hunting, there's a point system. Where the bigger the beast you take down, the more points you get. So I think I'm probably sitting on like 97 or something. Those aren't bad, but look at all that candy shrapnel in them. Hey, maybe like 34 points total.
Well, every time I went to the bar, the big buck hunt game was always bugged, and the gun shot off to the left, so I stopped playing it. So I have no idea what you're talking about, Gideon.
No, man, that was the duck hunt game. That wasn't the buck hunt game. You were playing the wrong one.
Oh, they look so similar.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it seems as though our chefs have really brought some heat to the kitchen, along with a little bit of sweetness as well. Let's take it now to our lovely guests and find out how they feel they fared in that first round, starting with Gideon. Gideon, how do you feel round 1 went for you?
Well, Michael, I think I got a lot to work with here, man. I think there's a lot of meat. I think there's a lot of tender points after I loosen them up a little bit. I think it's seasoned pretty nice. My old pal Crummy said that was the key, man. But he also said cook with your heart, and I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I thought he just read the recipe and did it from there. So, I think it went about as well as it could have, which is pretty damn good.
All right, good news to hear, and I cannot wait for round 2. Chuckles!
Oh, yes, Michael.
So, Chuckles, how do we fare in round 1? You set your sight, and you set yourself some goals, but there were some difficulties in the middle after your very strong start. But do you reckon you'll take it in the second round?
Yeah, Michael, we came into this with a pretty good plan, and there's always going to be some surprises, and certainly there were, but, I think we came away with it very strong, and I think we're going into a very nice, going into round 2 with a pretty strong lead over my opponent here. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing how round 2 goes.
All right, absolutely wonderful. Well, guys, ladies and gentlemen, things are heated up right now, but we are going to go to a commercial break. Well, it's not a commercial break, it's just a break. We're going to go to a break so that we can get the studio set up for round 2. Go grab yourselves a beverage, some sort of snack in return, because we have only just got started. We've got 2 more rounds left to decide who is going to take the victory here. Is it going to be Gideon with his very, very seasoned, very, very succulent Bulette, or will Chuckles come back in the dessert round with his sweet tooth-prepared Bulette? Find out soon as we'll be back soon. and welcome back, one and all, to Dragon Kitchen. We are now heading into round 2 as our chefs are preparing to create their wonderful culinary delights. We have already gotten all of the ingredients harvested. The bullets have been cut and processed and are about as fresh as they can possibly be. But enough talk. It is time to cook as we now head to the kitchen. And here we are! All right. Welcome to the cooking round, ladies and gentlemen, where each round you guys will be cooking one of the different courses of your dish. Starting, of course, with our starter, followed through by a main, and then rounding it off with the dessert. Extra points are awarded for panache, for flair, as well as for any accompaniments, including side dishes and drinks that go with any of your meals. Now, all of the stuff is readily available for you, and the kitchen is fully stocked, including, of course, a oven that is fueled by an angry method. Don't talk to him. Don't make friends with him. It's part of his contract. We also have a cooling method beneath an icy stone slab, should you need things quickly frozen or refrigerated. And, of course, we have a wide assortment of the freshest and finest ingredients that we could afford. So there we go. As for our audience, guys, this is where you guys will have the most influence, as between each of these preparations will be a Kitchen Chaos event. You may further add to this Kitchen Chaos through donations, and if I have missed any donations, or if you do have donations that I haven't seen, because we have such a lively chat, do just keep pinging me over and over and over again, and I will ensure that your contribution will go noticed. And you will notice that the Bulette round is still up. Yup. I will absolutely stampede bullets through the kitchen. 100%. 100%. But please don't, because I actually haven't prepared that. All right, competitors, if you're ready.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Then I'll make some tasty food. Let us start.
Okay.
In the blue kitchen with Chuckles. Walk us through your starter.
Oh, yes. So should I talk about what I plan on doing and then preparing it?
That is correct. I will give you appropriate challenges based on what you're doing.
Okay. So what I'm making here are carnival corn dogs rolled in caramel popcorn, like a Korean-style corn dog. It'll be very delicious. So I'm going to take the boulet, grind it down, make some nice sausages, hot dogs, and then get those cooking while I make caramel popcorn batter, and then deep fry all of it. There's a lot of deep frying. I guess I'll let the boulet lard render while that happens.
All right, beautiful. Now this is a pretty simple recipe, but requires many hands to make light work. Being a ghost, of course, we have some issue here, but thankfully the ninjas are here to help, as they will serve as your eyes, ears, and hands during the process of your culinary exploits. You are able to possess any that you would like, so I will allow you to choose to either use a charisma-based check with your proficiency to command the ninjas to perform these feats, or a dexterity if you choose to possess one yourself and have your own hands preparing the work.
Oh no, I'll just bark orders at people and call them mean things and make them feel very silly, and then I'll become a very famous chef. Oh, are you quiet?
Oh, by all means, please make your roll.
Oh, make the roll right now. Okay. Oh, that'll be a natural 20. How about that?
Oh, ain't that just
charisma?
Ain't that just lucky, Chuckles?
25. That's 25. Yes, you gotta give it up.
All right, with a 25, you make swift instructions across the board as the ninjas spring into action. You notice that they've done carnival work before, because that is where I found them, and they begin to immediately whip up batch upon batch of these corn dogs, prepared very, very delicately. The grinding of the meat can be heard as you can see one of the ninjas is forcing the boulet into the grinder, and this minced meat is just being poured out with.
No, I want to get bathed in the ground meat real quick. Oh, this is
You do
so wonderful.
So. It pours
Okay,
over you.
now when you got the seed in the meat, okay, here's the casing. Okay, I had some practice with the unicorn, so I can make some nice sausages.
All right. With light fingers, the sausages come out roll after roll after roll and are absolutely perfect with your natural 20. Now, with your natural 20, even though we haven't really gotten started yet, you do get an additional bonus. I can either provide you with a secret ingredient item, so something extra special to go with the corn dog, or I will allow you to potentially sabotage Gideon's kitchen.
Oh, I'm going to sabotage his kitchen. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
All right. What would you like to do?
I would like to I guess I'll probably have a lot of extra, Bulette lard left over once it's done rendering, so I would like to accidentally spill it all over the floor and make it very slippery.
All right, very well. This Bulette was quite large, and you do have an excess of rendered fat. Chuckles, you tell one of the ninjas to kind of go over and put the large vat onto the table. And as you do so, you stick your foot out, and he trips over. As he does so, you see this this whole huge puddle of grease covering it. For this round, Gideon, while the ninjas are trying to clean it up, you are going to be at disadvantage on all dexterity-based checks for your round.
Hey, man, stick to your side. What the hell, Chuckles?
Oh, it was an accident. Gosh, Butterfingers. I mean, Butterfoot. It's a very common condition.
Quickly understanding the meaning of Butterfeet, Gideon, what do you do as you slip and slide around the floor?
The dish I'd like to prepare as my starter, Michael, is something I call hush billets. Now that we got them down, I need some cornmeal, and a lot of butter, and I'm gonna start in on a roux, because that's just about the only thing I've been trained to make. So I'd like to get the hush billets going. We're gonna chop up some of the unseasoned billet meat, and at one other section in the kitchen, I'm gonna start in on my roux with a little traditional white flour and some butter and salt.
All right, very nice. Now this is going to require a lot of tasting and a lot of gathering what you need. But unfortunately, the cutting counter and the prep counter is on the opposite side of the kitchen to the cauldron, which is where you'll be making your roux. So let's get a dexterity check for you as we are moving up and around.
Well, you know I'm as nimble as a classically trained dancer. Oh, well. Dex save is a 14 there, Michael.
14.
Not so bad.
You slip, and as you do so, you slide forward. You don't fall prone, but you do lay your hands on the grill that is in front of you. All right, you clench your hands. The charcoal that's in the grill, you can see it's kind of like got pointy ears and a long nose. It looks up to you and says, "Hey, watch it."
Oh man, you're pretty hot in there.
Oh, you're not
You're
so
already
bad looking yourself.
Well, okay. I mean, I think we're gonna get along just fine. Things are really heating up in this kitchen, and I don't mean the food.
Gideon.
Yeah, what you need?
Well, I just wanted to put.
Rather than going to being classically trained, you went to the School of Modern Art for dance.
Hey, man, you didn't have to put that out there, man. In fact, that's true. We couldn't afford the classic training, all right? It's just what I told people when I was trying to pick up ladies at the local watering hole. But it's true, man. It was the School of Modern Art of Dance all along.
How shameful to admit that to people, Gideon.
Oh, well, at least this isn't televised to the entirety of the world, so... Oh, damn it! No, now everybody will know! Oh.
All right. I need another charisma check from Gideon as you are tasting your roux and making sure that it's just right.
Charisma check. That's a 9.
That's a 9. Okay. You know, you try to touch the the roux, but there's something something kind of like burnt on the tip of your finger. You kind of like it's really good. You know what? Chuckles might actually be onto something. You might actually be delicious. Also, we have 2.
Oh, that's good.
We have 2 bonuses provided by the lovely audience. Gideon, your fans have spoken. Gideon gets 2 sabotage attempts that you can use in any round.
Okay. Thank you, Chad. Thank you. What Chuckles, what are you currently cooking right now?
Oh, I'm cooking carnival corn dogs rolled in caramel popcorn.
Over the oven?
Well, no, I guess maybe I'll use the oven to roast the, to cook the hot dogs, perhaps. And also to pop the popcorn, maybe. Who knows?
Once he starts using the oven, I'd like to use a sabotage attempt to produce flame in my hand through one of my natural abilities, and then shoot it on over to his oven and see if I can't heat it up beyond what his intended temperature was.
I like that. May I make a suggestion?
Please, hey, Sabotorin is.
You have recently made friends with one of the grill methods, and while the method in there is already kind of hot, there's nothing hotter than 2 methods, for example.
Oh, I hear what you're saying. Even better, I go over to my method and I say, "Hey, man, listen, you're looking pretty hot in there yourself. I wonder if you couldn't help me out for a second, man. The guy over on the other side cooking against me is kind of my like arch nemesis, classic rival scenario. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind popping over into his oven, doing a little dance with his method over there and kind of doubling the heat on what he's working with."
Oh no, that's super easy. Hey, the blue kitchen method's actually my wife.
Oh well, hey, triple that heat then, man.
Oh yeah, no. If you don't need me yet, then you just give me a holler when you need me. Otherwise, you trust me, I'm gonna make his oven nice and hot.
Yeah, I can get this started, I think, on my own. I'm gonna need you in just a minute to kind of keep it rolling, but may I just say that she is one lucky lady.
Good to go too as well. Like you just grab what you need.
Yeah, perfect. All right, well, set him up, man.
As he spits fire in his hand and like does his hair, he grabs like a fist, like a bouquet of like little charcoal and like little charcoal sticks, like those little kind of like ones you use for camping. Grabs a bunch of them. Yep. And he sneaks over to Chuckles' kitchen. Chuckles, can I get a perception check from you, please?
Okay. How about? Oh, that's actually not too bad. A perception. That would be. Oh, I can't even read my character sheet. That'll be a 19.
Oh, a 19 beats a 17. Chuckles, you watch and you can see like what looks to be a tiny fire slowly spreading in your kitchen, but you realize it's not spreading, it's walking. It's walking around over to your oven, and as it does, it's almost like it sort of like looks around and then knocks on the door, and then you see this like oven door open, this tiny little female mephit, and reaches in and grabs hold of this gentleman mephit.
Oh. Are we gonna fade to black here pretty soon? Do I have a chance to stop this?
You do, yeah, absolutely. You're seeing this happen.
Hey, no, this is inappropriate. This is the child-friendly show here. We just have a brutal murder and sabotage. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Hey, listen.
Get out of.
Listen. Just hear me out, okay?
I'm listening.
Okay, if this wasn't family friendly, okay, then how would we have kids for a family anyway?
Oh, are you implying like the reproductive act is inherently family friendly because it produces children?
Yeah, I mean that. I mean, you can't
logic
have,
puzzle.
Yeah, I mean, this literally is the beginning of it all. This is where it starts to be family friendly. You know, just saying.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I can't argue with that. Proceed.
As he'll jump in. Now here's the thing. Because you're aware of this, I'm gonna say that you will not incur a penalty for cooking on the oven because you're aware it's a little hotter than usual. So you know about like the on and off method where you can like, you know, heat it up to a point and then take it off and then put it back on. Which I'm also gonna give you an extra point here for allowing romance to blossom. So you know, like that's very sweet of you. Look at that. Ah.
You know, I've never been accused of being a cockatrice blockatrice, you know?
All right. Now, Unholy has granted Chuckles a sabotage token, which you may use at any point in time. So your chat has spoken, and Chuckles, you're now 1 for 1 with Gideon on the sabotages. But
do I do it now, or can I save it?
You can save it for whenever. Yeah. The only
I'll
time
save
you get
it for
a
a little
sabotage naturally is if you roll a nat 20.
Okay.
But these ones you hang on to until you want to use them. All right.
Absolutely.
However, we are now between the appetizers and the main course, which means kitchen chaos. Audience members, please roll exclamation D20 and let those D20s fly as we decide what the first kitchen chaos happens to be. Now, this kitchen chaos will affect both kitchens simultaneously and hopefully equally. I can't promise anything. All right, rolling some dice here. Oop. Ding, we're done. Let's see. Okay, and the winner for today is Lady Alexandrana. All right, let's see.
Well done.
Lady Alexandrana, your choice, your option here is an 8, which brings our kitchen chaos event to the bargain bin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the bargain bin is deployed from up on high as a literal bin, a garbage bin, falls into the center of each of your arenas. Now, as this happens, you are both required to use this low-quality ingredient in your next dish.
Oh no.
The low-quality ingredient for Gideon is... Okay. It is butterscotch.
Oh, yum. Jealous.
Oh, wow, yeah, I mean...
And your low-quality ingredient, Chuckles, are zucchinis.
Oh, I can make that work, I think, actually.
So, you're supposed to put it in the food, Chuckles, all right?
Well, if there's some left over, you know.
Now these are...
Maybe I'll hand it to the method.
Now these are bargain...
Slice things up in the oven. I mean, I don't even know what's the difference.
As you do so, this hand reaches out and just grabs it from you.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that was good. Oh, that was good.
Now, these are low budget quality ingredients. So as Gideon, we're going to start this round with you. You reach down to grab the butterscotch. And as you try to pull one out, they all come out as a big wad. This is like the kind of stuff your grandma, like, on your, like, 6th birthday, put out a bowl for, like, you know, people to pick from. And you're now 31 years old, and that bowl hasn't changed since you've seen it last. And you pick it up, and you're shaking it. It is a wad of butterscotch. All right? The round is yours. Prepare
And
your
we're now
names.
into the main course.
That is correct.
Well, what the hell am I gonna do with this? Oh man, it's like butterscotch on a hot Yona day. You just can't split a single one apart. What I'd like to try and do for the main course here is I'm gonna make up couple of bullet back ribs and get some of the seasoned meat with the garlic, the rosemary. Get it into the oven and do as best I can replicate like a slow cook in the time that we have to accomplish it. But to get a real savory, fall off the bone cook going. And what I'll do is while I pop that in, I'd head to the stove tops, get a big pot, and toss that butterscotch in and start to reduce it down. Say, hey Ninja, I need a little mustard. And I'm gonna look to mix mustard into the butterscotch as I reduce it down and mix it into kind of like a, like a Yona White barbecue sauce, replicating like a honey mustard.
Ooh, very nice. With the caramelization of the sugar also working, that is definitely gonna be delicious. But your first obstacle is to try and break apart enough butterscotch, because the wad that you have will not fit in a pot. So I need a strength-based cooking check. So add your proficiency to your strength, and let's crack it open.
Proficiency. Just what the strength is, like the plus.
Yeah, plus your proficiency.
All right. That is a 17 total.
Nice. With your mighty fists, you break it down into easy, bite-sizable chunks, and begin to cook and make this almost. It starts out really thick, almost like molasses, but then as you start to slowly add the ingredients, it emulsifies and becomes this rich, smooth, but still kind of sticky barbecue sauce. The arena slowly fills with this amazing, almost honey mustard kind of smell as it wafts out and across the arena here.
Actually, Michael, if I could, before I add in the mustard, as the ribs, I'd like to keep just a little bit to the side. I'm going to ultimately mix the mustard into it, create that kind of caramel butterscotch mustard. I'm going to keep just a little butterscotch on the side, mix in just a bit of salt on top. And as the ribs are coming to completion, just in maybe the last 10 minutes, I'll pop the oven open super quick, baste it just a little on the front, on the back, and let it finish off in kind of that butterscotch glaze.
Ooh, I love that. All right. The ribs are tender and juicy, and inside, because your method is currently preoccupied, it's on a low heat currently, thanks to the charcoals that you have. It's doing well, but it takes time, and you are pushed for time. So what we're gonna have here is a wisdom check. This wisdom check is going to see if you've timed it well, or if you're going to be running a little late or a little early. Well, early's fine.
Oh, can I use my sabotage?
Absolutely.
Oh no, man! Don't make me burn the meat.
I would like to maybe use my ghost powers to maybe go into his pocket watch that he keeps in his person and just break one of the wheels. Just so it stops and he has the wrong time.
All right, that is going to impose a disadvantage on you as you check your watch. And you check it a couple of times, but maybe on the third or fourth time is when you realize this watch isn't moving.
Don't burn it, Gideon.
Well,
don't mess up, Gideon. Don't.
So
burn
with
it.
a +0, I rolled a 19 and a 5. So.
Oh, snatched away.
No, man.
All right. Roll us a percentage check. Now, the number you're looking for is 75 to 100.
Well, I got a 36.
All right. Unfortunately, you have overcooked her slightly. You've basted her on time, but with that watch being broken, it has made it kind of tough. You look at the meat. It is. It's definitely a tough one. All right, we're gonna now cut to the blue kitchen as Chuckles. Let's get your main going. The fires of your oven are actually quite hot. The oven's now like almost red.
Oh man, well, Michael, my dish that I'm preparing today are big top burgers with funnel cake buns. But now that I've gotten this delightful ingredient, I'll make it a double-decker burger and do a zucchini patty as the second patty. along with the Bulette burger, and it'll still not be vegetarian friendly because I'm going to use a whole lot of lard in that patty as well.
All right.
So,
As you pull out one of the zucchinis, again mentioning that these are indeed low quality ingredients. These were actually harvested in a nearby swamp. Belonging to an old woman who used to live there. She doesn't live there anymore for housing issues. We had to make room for a parking lot for our studio, so, anyway. As you look at the zucchini, it looks back at you.
Hello, Sonny.
Oh,
Back in
hey,
my
what's
day, people used to warn the folk before you wrap your hands around them. We also used to be made of material matter, bodies and whatnot, not this ectoplasm stuff y'all seem to be using nowadays. Dang kids.
Okay. Well, now in my day, it's not real
about
time.
the war.
Well, no, oh, sorry, I can't hear you. You're going into a shredder now. Goodbye. Oh, the sound of the zucchini screams are just delightful. Oh.
All right. We have a kitchen chaos event. Procking immediately as one of the audience members has come in. Seagard, I need a D20 roll from you, please, as we throw in the kitchen chaos. All right. You now hear other voices coming from the bargain bin.
Grandfather? Grandfather? Is it safe? Can we come out yet?
Oh, and I would like to use minor illusion to mimic the grandfather's voice and say,
Oh yes, Sonny, come on out. It's totally safe. No horrible ghost clowns, and certainly no grinding implements that'll shred you into a zucchini patty.
Oh, that's wonderful news, Grandfather. Did you hear that? Sisters, Mother,
Oh yeah, bring the whole family.
it's safe outside. Grandfather has ensured that the people are friendly and kind.
Four zucchinis come up. One of them a little larger than the others. The other ones are like baby zucchinis. You see, tiny little ones. And they look up at you.
Grandfather? Grandfather? Is this your
"Oh
friend?
no, here we."
All right.
That's it.
As you've shredded, this family of zucchinis to death. All of a sudden,
Back in my
Grandfather. The shredded zucchini begins to animate as these twisted noodle-like appendages, almost like tiny hands, suddenly erupt from this big pile of cut-up vegetables. As this happens, the chaos event we got was it's bloody raw, which means they're still alive. Kill us!
Oh. What is the zombie vegetable's weakness? I think it's the deep fryer, right?
I think that's everyone's weakness. That'd kill anyone you throw in a deep fryer, mate.
Do I have an action to use?
Yeah. This is, yep.
Oh, okay. If that is the case, I will pull my bowler cap off, and I will reach into it. And as I'll grab something, and I will pull out, using my 14th level performance of creation, an industrial grade commercial deep fryer, and place it on the ground. And as quickly as I can, I'll just try to throw in some breadcrumbs and some binding agent, a couple eggs, as I try to smash them all. Oh no, come on, keep your arm then. Oh, keep the wailing down.
Your face, Sonny.
Oh, yeah, okay, a vegetable ghost can haunt, a clown ghost, then maybe I've lost the I didn't read the fine print, and I'm just gonna start chucking them into the deep fryer as I make zucchini patties.
The sounds of screaming and scratching are suddenly replaced with a awkward silence, followed by the roiling of the oil as it bubbles next to you.
Oh, all I can hear is the sound of sizzling fat and the plant flesh of animated cucumbers. I mean zucchini.
You just put living ingredients into your meal?
Yeah, I did. I didn't see you having any qualms when you threw in the Bulette into the oven.
Well, Bulette wasn't living at the time, man. We killed it previously. You threw living vegetables into what even is that?
Oh, it's a 5,000 watt, 12.7 quart commercial grade deep fryer. Duh.
I also never said that the kitchen chaos event only affected Chuckles.
Oh.
All of a sudden, all of a sudden, the roux that has been created suddenly starts to bubble and boil. As what looks to be an old man with like kind of a bald spot on their head, little liver spots all over their forehead, sort of emerges out of the roux. He looks at his hands, they kind of drip with this rather kind of tasty smelling soup, but he kind of looks really weird.
I pick up a big like ladle spoon, a wooden spoon, whatever's closest to me, and say, "Hey, no, you start coming alive. Get back in there."
Hey,
Slap
whoa,
around.
Whoa.
Oh.
Listen, hey, just give me a second, okay? Listen.
I can't listen to you, man. Your food. Get back in the pan.
Look,
Stir the roux. Stir the roux, man. Just like Crummy said. Just focus on the cooking. Stir the roux. Use your heart. Oh God.
The roux goes quiet. You notice that on the menu, where it lists like all of your stuff, someone has written the word Lou, L-O-U, instead of roux. As the pot is stirred quietly.
Oh, we're both committing horrible atrocities today, Gideon. Oh, perhaps this will be something for us to bond over.
Oh man, I'd never bond with you, Chuckles, no matter how many fun, wacky side quests we end up on. No matter how much we align or do the same thing.
Gideon, the pathway, the way of the Electrum Chef leads to many abilities that some would consider unnatural.
Well, we got plenty of unnatural abilities already, but I'm gonna win this, man, and we're gonna send you back to wherever the hell you went after, I killed you. And, and you're gonna go back to the Honk Legion, all right?
No, don't tempt me with a good time. It's also Taco Tuesdays today, so that'll be nice regardless. I'll bring back some of this Bulette.
You guys get tacos in hell? That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, no,
man.
There's no wine, but there's lots of tacos. Yeah.
Man, I was hoping you were getting eternally tormented.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Anyway.
So the burger is being prepared in Chuckles' kitchen, along with the ribs for Gideon's. Now, Chuckles, you were a bit distracted here.
Oh.
Just ever so slightly. So let's get you to make a wisdom check, just to kind of like snap your focus back in and get this burger put out. Now, you do have deep fried zucchini now, which you need to incorporate into this.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna just do it a deep fried zucchini patty for my second of the double-decker burgers. At least that's my intention. And for wisdom. Oh, that's a -1. A 16 though.
Okay, well, despite the odds, 16 is enough as you manage to somewhat subdue the family of zucchinis and and create your I'm tempted to just call it the atrocity burger, but it is your delicious Big Top burger that you have created, which is juicy and delicious looking and smelling.
Funnel cake buns. That's the fun part.
Oh,
yeah, and I mean, do they think that Gideon? You think this is the first time I've thrown a whole family into a deep fryer?
Oh
I'm getting pretty good at it.
Oh man, you don't belong in the kitchen.
I belong wherever I please.
Well, that's not where we found him, and it's really funny that you said we'll send him back to the where hell he came from because, yep. Now, we enter into round 3, the dessert round, and of course, before we hit into that, we have one other Kitchen Chaos event. So, ladies and gentlemen in chat, exclamation D20 as we find out who the next victim is of our Kitchen Chaos. Gideon and his meals are looking absolutely splendid. Even the old man soup has definitely got some bite to it. And Chuckles with his delectable dishes are already really bringing about that sort of laissez-faire carnival atmosphere with his fried corn dogs and funnel cake burger. All right, I see those numbers rocking in. Let's see what we get. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Polymorph. Oh, polymorph. We had an 8 already, so I'm gonna skip and go for another roll on that one, only because we had the 8 already. 1, 2, 3. 4. Jackie 08 with a 16. Wow. This is actually perfect for this show. A Bulette with a sweet tooth arrives.
Oh! Oh no.
All right. Now, Gideon, your sauce is quite sweet, if I'm not mistaken.
It's quite sweet.
And Chuckles, I believe your Bulette is littered with sugar. So.
Oh yeah, all of it's sweet.
All right. So your objective this round is to cook your dessert and at the same time try to defend it against these 2 Bulette who are hungry for specifically sugars. All right, Chuckles, let's start in the blue kitchen.
Okay. I will look at the Bulette and say, okay, I'm just gonna let you know, if you attempt to eat any of my saccharine confectionery delights, you will be committing the ultimate taboo of cannibalism. So why don't you just help me prepare them, and I will feed you the funnel cake I have left over as I cast Charm Monster, if that's appropriate.
It is. Roll me a percentage check first.
Oh, okay, I will do that. Let me see real quick. Oh, 95! Let's go!
With a 95, you notice something you weren't expecting. The Bulette seems to have a large bandage on its side and is quite heavy, quite large for a Bulette. You see lots of little pot marks on it. This is Richie. He's already under the effect of your charm spell.
Oh, why don't you help me out here? Here, this is an old clown family recipe. Give me a hand.
He walks over.
Okay. So can you start collecting bananas for me? That'd be really helpful. And peeling them.
He rolls over. Make a wisdom check for me.
Okay. And then throw them into the red kitchen. The peel. That would be really funny. Wisdom check. -1 is a 10.
This is 10. All right. Well, while this does seem like a good idea, it dawns on you all too late that a Bulette does not have opposable thumbs and is in fact a giant land shark. As it grabs onto bunches of bananas, it starts to shred them with its razor-sharp teeth, the only thing it can really interact with, and then proceeds to then spit the remnants, this slurry of banana and pulp, across and into the red kitchen. As it does so, this angers the other Bulette, who is attracted to sweet things, such as the bananas. The two Bulette then begin to fight and battle between the two kitchens, crashing into each other and sending pretty much chaos in every direction. Gideon.
Close enough.
We'll go to the red kitchen in a moment. As you basically it's like kind of watching like two dogs like on the other side of a fence, just barking at each other, sort of snarling, like going back and forth. All right, Gideon.
Man, what the hell is happening in this place? I would for dessert. Michael, what I'd like to attempt to prepare is a blackberry cobbler with candied smoked Bulette bacon pieces interlaced between. And so I'd like to once again attempt to get some candied strips of Bulette belly, get them onto the fire, cook them up, chop them into smaller bits, and with blackberries and flour, and create a nice crumble on top, and kind of weave that as my dish. I'd also like to just separately, just on the side, to be ready for anything. I'd like to go to a ninja and get a like a rice patty kind of, one of those like rice discs. It's like they tell you it's healthy, but it's really just like eating cardboard.
That's awesome.
Get one of those. Get a big glob of peanut butter and just crush it all up into kind of like a peanut butter snowball, just to keep to the side in case I need to make a move real quick.
Fair. Well, you will need to make that move super quick, because as soon as you start making up the candied Bulette meat, immediately you draw the attention of the Bulette in your kitchen, who rushes at you to eat what you have prepared. But you have your little peanut butter ball. Let's make a deception check as you're distracting the creature, or an animal handling, either or. Which was the survival.
Well, I'd actually like to, if I can, I'd like to try and throw the peanut butter ball at Chuckles to see if I can get it to land on him and burst peanut butter all over
with
him.
the cost of your your sabotage token.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Oh
Done.
no!
All right. As you throw the peanut butter ball, all of a sudden there is a loud crash as the Bulette jumps from Gideon's kitchen and into Chuckles. Chuckles, you now have these two angry, raging Bulettes chasing each other around your kitchen, knocking everything over. You see pots and pans flying everywhere. A door swings open. Hey, keep it down! Clang. You see the ninjas are like running for the cover. One of the ninjas gets stepped on.
No!
Yeah.
Oh
my god.
It's so horrible.
All right.
So, am I able to do anything about this, or what? Or how?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can do.
Okay.
We'll go back to the blue kitchen. I think Gideon is now going at their own pace with the candied Bulette.
Okay, so what I'm trying to prepare here, Michael, is an old clown classic, a banana cream pie with some meringue top, with lots and lots and lots of Bulette lard in the pie crust.
Very
and
nice.
so, banana cream pie, the special type of banana, it's called the banana. And so I'll say, hey, calm down, I thought you were my friend. Look at the little birdie, and I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern as in a poof, there'll be Tweety, yellow canary Tweety birds with a little in the air as I cast Hypnotic Pattern, and they're going to need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Richie will automatically fail. Because Richie loves everything that's going on.
Okay.
And the other one will also fail. They both immediately turn their gaze upwards, and they seem to go still. They then start to growl and burrow into the ground.
Oh,
There are now 2 large holes in the ground. You then hear the earth start to tremble.
oh.
All right, you've got an undisclosed amount of time to do your prep, unabated.
Okay. I'm gonna start. Well, there's a lot of bananas paste here from the Bulette.
Yeah,
Okay,
scrape
done a lot.
some of it. Yep.
Yeah, okay, and then I'll just, he mashed it for me, that's great. And so, I'm gonna simultaneously, try to get, the dough, all done with plenty of lard and, use my special, clown ancient knowledge. As I'm going to, tap, my eyes will roll back and it'll say, and I'll start speaking in tongues in the Abyssal as I tap into the knowledge of all of the dead clowns of clown history of my line. As I think it's a reborn feature. As I tap into myself to attempt to gain advantage, I think, on any type of intelligence. How does that work?
All right. As you do so, you suddenly hear the voice of one of your ancestors. What is this ancestor's name?
Oh, Cledius the Wise. I always consult him first.
Well, hi there, Chuckles.
Oh,
Now,
hello.
I see you're using Grandma's recipe for banana cream pie.
Yeah.
Looks scrumdiddlyumptious.
Oh, it will be. The judges will love it.
Oh, I think they will. Now, have you considered that maybe you should throw in just a dash of existential dread? Perhaps mix it in with the milk, make it creamier.
Why didn't I think of that?
Oh, well,
You're so wise.
Check your lapel.
Oh.
And as you look in your lapel, you pull out it basically just has these words and symbols that constantly change. Like every time you look at it, the words seem to mean something different. It is basically just a vial of existential dread. It says 1 pot per 1,000.
Oh, 1 pot. Okay. Here we let's. Cledius, you are so wise. Right in. A new twist on an old classic.
Right, so how much of this bottle do you throw into this?
I think I will do 1 part. What did he say? 1 part for something.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Just 1 part. It's just all.
Okay, yeah. I will do 1 part. So 1-to-1 banana to existential dread. I think that's what he meant.
All right, you grab a droplet and you place 1 drop of it there. The pie, as you kind of create it, has a creamy, rich look about it when suddenly it turns into a triangle. Then it turns into your grandmother's head. It then transforms into an apple. And the apple then grows spider legs and an eyeball. You then watch as it then eats itself down to the core before then exploding in this rainbow confetti and sparkles and sprinkles into this perfectly made banana cream pie.
Oh, just like Grandma Chuckles used to make. Oh, it's my culture.
It's a traditional recipe.
Beautiful.
Okay. So, as this happens, we have our dessert ready. Now we are going into the presentation of our desserts. So I need both of you to describe the presentation of your dish, as well as your charisma checks that will go to how well you managed to create this. Let's start
Gideon,
with.
I'll let people.
Oh yeah. Go on.
You tell us who goes first.
Oh, I was gonna say let's get Gideon to go first.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna just cut a square out of this dish I got, section of this blackberry and smoked bacon Bulette cobbler, put it on a plate, slap a big old spoonful of really a heaping helping. Let's be serious. It's a dollop of that delicious just vanilla ice cream. Put it right on the edge, and then drizzle a little of that melted butterscotch, just kind of right on over the ice cream, and just like half over the blackberry cobbler. Now slap it down in front of you. So here you go. Enjoy it.
All right, very nice. Let's make a charisma-based cooking check. This is with proficiency.
Oh, 15.
15. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see.
Am I allowed to use the reaction? I don't know if I'm allowed to sabotage at this point, but I'm allowed
I
to use
believe
my
that you still have. I think to Chuckles, you are the only person left with a sabotage token.
Oh god.
Oh, so what I'll use is, don't worry, it's just a hold on here. I've got to go to my reaction. I'm going to just kind of look at it and say, "Oh, really? Is that how you presented it?" And I'm going to use my bend luck, and I'll cast 2 sorcery points to roll a d4 and subtract the roll. So I'll allow you, Gideon, to roll the d4 to see how much you subtract.
This is a sabotage, and unfortunately for Gideon, that means you're going to have to roll me 2d4 for this one.
Oh no!
It's a shame if you had bad luck, Gideon.
Yo, you still want me to roll it?
Oh yeah. I mean, you can roll one each. Let's do it that way. There you go.
Oh yes.
Spread the fun around.
2.
Oh, if I say 2.
I got a 2
as well. 2 as well for me.
All right, that is a -4, which brings us to a 11, I believe, with your score of 15. So,
as I hear the words of Chuckles pierce over, as I saw him prepping his dessert, as the lights darken around him and he floats up into the air as he begins to chant his Eldritch Horror speech, I hear him say the words, is that how you're presenting it? Oh, my hands start to quake. Oh man, I felt good about it beforehand. And I sloppily put the plate in front of you.
all right, as you do so, this small circle appears on the table next to your pie. And you watch as this figure begins to rise from this shadow tentacle spewing hole in the table. It appears to be a small man with ginger hair, rotten looking teeth, and green clothes. He looks at you and he pulls out a pipe. As he does so, he takes a few long draws. Blows smoke in your face. And he takes his thumb and he puts it in the ice cream. He then gives you the middle finger and then sinks back into the table. Unfortunately, the luck of the Irish was not with you, as a leprechaun has now put a thumb in your ice cream.
Hey, fuck you, man!
No, fuck you, laddie!
Oh, shit. I thought he was gone.
The hole was still open. It's now closed.
No, fuck you!
Now it's
Eldritch leprechauns, I like this place.
All right. Well, with that being said, for that presentation, Chuckles, how is your banana cream pie gonna be presented?
Oh, well, I've got to, I will reach into my coat and I will pull and fasten a spring, which then I will load onto my hand, and I will throw it at the judge and have it splatter, revealing that, oh, it was just minor illusion the whole time.
I love it. Okay.
As I'm going to instead reach out, but is there a judge there that I can pull it out? I want to pull out a banana cream pie behind their ear and then place it down, and it's just a perfectly pristine
Oh,
with
this is
some
more
rainbow
the
sprinkles on top.
this is more the plating at this point.
Oh, the plating. Oh, so I'm
Oh.
throwing it at Gideon, smashing, and then what I'll do to plate it is I will plate it with if I can find the small wooden barrel, I'll cut it in half, and I'm just gonna basically place the pie in it and place the top of the barrel, so it look like a big, nice barrel. And on the front of it, there will be a red stamp that has like a monkey face. If that's
Beautiful.
something I can.
All right. Make a charisma-based cooking challenge if we can.
Okay. Charisma. That's where I'm a Viking. Oh, and I rolled pretty good too. Charisma. That'll be a 22.
Damn. Okay. I dig it.
I'm very charismatic.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the cooking round. Now, as we're about to start our final round, let's check in with our lovely competitors and see how they're feeling about their dish. Starting with Chuckles. So, Chuckles, how do you think the cooking round went? Confident in your victory to come?
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I came into the round with a pretty good plan, and the Red Kitchen was doing really great. Was really proud to possess those guys in there as they helped me in the kitchen. It was a real honor to possess them and force them against their will to cook my eldritch, abominable demon clown cuisine. As we go, I think the judges will really like it. I really wasn't expecting the living zucchini family. I mean, committing mass murder is one thing, but when it's zucchinis, that was the big shock. But I think that the judges will appreciate with the technique that I use to do that.
I think they will indeed. And you know what? As they say, if you want to make an omelet, you have to kill a few zucchini families.
Exactly right. Classic saying.
Very classic. And of course, don't worry about the stage ninjas. As we all know, therapy is provided for them in the form of a wood chipper. Okay.
Sounds right.
Gideon.
Well, Michael, I felt really good. I got an opportunity to send my method over to the enemy kitchen and let a little love blossom. I did have to also beat back some Rue monster named Lou, and I think he's now just in the food. But I think that at the end of this whole thing, what the judges are gonna recognize is that taste is king above all. And I think they're going to love a little bit of what I got going on for them.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that then brings us to the moment of truth. The judging round. Right now, the points have been tallied, but the next series of points comes from you guys. One of the biggest points that is going to be scored in the final round comes from a popularity contest. That's right. Which of the dishes from each competitor is going to sound the most tantalizing, most delicious? Votes will be placed for you guys to make between each of the courses as they're presented by the chefs. So choose wisely, and let your stomachs do the talking. Let's head to the judging round as our first competitor is going to take the stage with their starter, followed by their main, and then their dessert. Chuckles, the floor is yours.
Oh, well, the first course, you'll see, and I will point, and there is a miniature Ferris wheel that's spinning around, and in each of the little cup slots is a corn dog that is standing up as they all rotate, and each of these corn dogs are covered in popcorn along with the batter, and it is very a sweet, fragrant caramel popcorn. It looks very sweet and savory, and I will say, well, this is a carnival classic, really a take on two carnival classics. classics of your caramel popcorn and your corn dog combined into one with Bulette, and presented to you as a clown. As probably the first and only clown you'll have on this show. I think that you'll really enjoy how I've made my own hot dogs from the Bulette, along with using their fat to basically make everything taste a lot more delicious. And this caramel recipe is an old clown recipe that I learned from my great grandma, whose name was great grandma Chuckles. Anyway, just go through the whole thing, by the way. Okay.
The Ferris wheel looks absolutely incredible. The smell is sweet and delicious. As you take the corn dog into your mouth and crunch down, the crispy batter is to die for, and the caramel not only has a very thin, sugary layer that is hardened over the top, but immediately pours this gooey, popcorny kind of flavor that washes over and covers your palate with its rather savory taste. And then, with sweet taste. But then to mix in a savory taste, the hot dog that rolls in, hand-rolled and spiced with these tiny little kernel nuggets of shredded candy, sprinkles, and other assorted candies. It is a sensory delight. All right, your main.
On my main. Oh well, yes. And I'll reach and I'll pull a plate, and there will on this plate it will look like there is just a miniature version of a circus Big Top 10. And I will place the plate down, and I'll say, "And for my main course," and I'll grab the top, and I'll pull it off, and there will be a bunch of trapeze artists and a ringleader in the middle, a very classic circus scene with, and then I'll drop the minor illusion as I'll say, "The Big Top Burger." I wasn't accounting for it to be a double-decker, but it is a 2-patty burger, one with ground Bulette meat, the other a very fatty, also made with Bulette lard, zucchini patty, and the ingredients were Ascension and Sapien, so you know it's gonna taste good. And for the buns, I said, let's throw away the sesame seeds. Let's get real circus. Let's get real carnival. 2 funnel cakes. I almost went with the fennel cakes, but I couldn't find any fairy batter. So those are also filled with rainbow sprinkles because I met the unicorn in the back. And so so please enjoy the double-decker Big Top Burger, another classic clown recipe.
As you take the burger in hand and sink your teeth into it, the soft patty gives way to this delightfully refreshing crunch from the zucchini. As they do so, you hear very softly in the distance, "Grandfather," as the patty washes over your lips as the rainbow-colored sprinkles begin to mix with the oils in your mouth as that sweetness continues to spread. As the double-decker begins to start filling you up, you take another bite from a different corner of the burger, and as it does so, the grease is cut apart by the sweetness and the softness of this beautiful bread. The funnel cake burger, along with the accompaniment of the little circus act and the big tent, really makes you feel like you're a kid again. You almost feel the stickiness of the floors beneath you, and the smells of the carnival assail your senses and wash over you. All right.
Oh. And finally, and I'll reach and I'll pull the barrel out, the small barrel, place it, and I will grab the top of it and pull it off, and suddenly an explosion of tiny red monkeys will swarm out and just cover me. Oh no, a barrel full of monkeys! How could I have foreseen this? Oh, they're tearing my flesh! Oh, they're getting underneath my eyes! Oh, help! Oh, they're in my mouth! Oh, just kidding, it'll drop the illusion. again, as I'll stand. Oh, just kidding. It's just the banana cream pie. I mean, you can't expect a clown to go in a cooking competition and not end. I'm not gonna finish that joke. It was going in a really great direction. I'm just finishing with the confectionery classic, aided by Cletus the Wise, with a very tiny hint of existential dread that isn't just a bottle of water with LSD in it. I promise. Here you go.
The banana cream pie looks harmless enough. A simple pie with a beautiful crust that glistens gold. A swirl on it, almost too perfect. As a slice is cut, you place it against your lips.
Okay.
Yeah. Well done. It's sweet. It tastes like banana. At least you now conceptualize it as banana. Perhaps it's human flesh. Either way, it's delicious, sweet, smooth, and tangy. With little shaves of what you hope is coconut. Crispy and
Oh
biting.
yeah.
Crispy and biting. Like, you know.
Coconut and banana.
Yeah. Either that or you're having a stroke. One or the other. It's hard to say. But thank you to Chuckles for your delightful accompaniment of dishes. We now turn
Thank you.
to Gideon, who has a big act to follow.
Yeah, well, that was cool and all, and I can't do any of that fancy illusion stuff, but nothing's gonna make up for just how it tastes. And my first dish here, Hush Belays Smothered is gonna take you back to that equivalent of Sunday morning where you would wake up and the smells of butter would be traveling through the house. You could feel the heat coming off the oven as the biscuits cooked in it. And here you are, and I'm put the plate down. The several Hush Belays, which are kind of these like packed in corn balls stuffed with pieces of cooked belay, smothered in the in Lou the Roux to enjoy.
All right. As you bite into these this small little circular dish, it does exactly that. It reminds you of old times, of going to Grandma's house, or specifically Grandpa Lou's house, of sitting on their lap in the summer, cool drink in hand, freshly baked, hush bulays. Definitely simpler times, back when childs were children and boys were on the cusp of reaching manhood. Well done.
All right, now that you got that, if you could stomach any more, because that's a hardy one, we'll move on to the main course, and that is the belay back ribs with my Yona lightning sauce. Now this, when you take a bite, I'll put this giant slab of this just massive, like brontosaurus burger style rib on the plate in front of them. When you take a bite into this, you gotta slather it in that Yona lightning sauce. And first thing that's gonna hit you is that sensation when you haven't eaten in a couple hours, and you bite in and your whole jaw just lights up, you know, and electricity just crackles through your body like you're waking up for the first time, like it's the first bite you've had in your whole entire life. It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be savory. You gotta bite through. You crack through that butterscotch layering just on the outside, and you get into that just melt away piece of belay rib, and it is gonna ignite your senses.
All right. You see this collection of ribs in front of you, and the first thing you do is instinctively reach for the bone that is in front of you. As you pull the bone free, the rib does not come out. It slides clean outwards with this juicy, like kind of rendered fat from inside the Bulette back rib that pours out onto your plate and mixes with this Yona lightning sauce immediately. As you take your first bite, it's probably not as soft and as tender as you'd like it. Probably a little bit on the overcooked side with you know, kind of more akin to a brisket than a really good rib, you know. But that sauce is incredible. It's almost as if your taste buds are waking up for the very, very first time here as you get this mixture of sweetness with tang, that butterscotch mixing together with what's left over of the flavors of the Hush Bulette. They definitely remind you of a definitely not national holiday that people are accustomed to overeating good food and hanging out with family, setting off a few fireworks and enjoying a nice cold beer as the sun sets. Okay.
All right. There's only one way to bring it home after a meal like that, and that's with this blackberry cobbler. We got the blackberry cobbler with candied smoked Bulette inside, and with this, just a little bit of flash and awe at the end. And I'll take out a little flask, and I'll pour just a quick, almost like U shape with my wrist, and splash along the plate a little bourbon. Snap my fingers, and with produce flame, just very lightly ignite it so that the plate just for a moment kicks off, and you can smell immediately this blast of fire, and then the wafting of the scent would then really hit you from the blackberries and the smokiness of the Bulette bacon pieces as it would waft through your senses. Feel free to delight.
Absolutely wonderful. As your senses are assailed by that strong bourbon, smoky kind of flavor, it brings to life the crust and the pastry of the cobbler. The blueberries that wash over your mouth immediately begin to tone down on the heavier sauces from the earlier dishes. And as the sweetness rushes over you and starts to become a little too much, you start to eat some of the ice cream. Now, this is really, really good. Really good. However, the sweetness seems to be overpowering almost. You take a moment to consider it and realize that you have eaten maybe 5 dishes that have all involved quite a copious amount of sugar and need something to wash this down with. For a final bonus round, I'm going to take to the main stage Gideon and Chuckles. Your dishes are spectacular, but what I need from you guys now is a drink as an aperitif to end the evening. What drinks do you offer to your judges? Let's start with Chuckles.
Okay, I will. I'll reach into my out into my hat, and I'll pull out a very classic, comical seltzer bottle, and I'll squirt my face with it. Oh, hold on. Oh, you need some seltzer, and I'll fill up each of their glasses, and I will reach in. I will also pull in, reach out. Pull out from my hat. Pardon me, I can't speak. A full coconut, and I will smack it on my head. And I'll break the coconut, and I'll pour the coconut milk into that, and then I'll say, I can't forget a little bit. I'll reach in and I'll pull out a banana, and I'll smash it. Okay, a little bit of banana. There you go in there, and some smashed banana, and then the final secret ingredient: food coloring. There you go. Okay, here's this food coloring. Okay, we gotta get. Oh, it looks delicious. Oh, and rainbow sprinkles. Oh, there you go. Oh, now I know that you've been having a lot of sweetness. This will really just make you feel just delightful. Oh, hold on. Oh, I take my large gloved finger and I'll stick it in the drink and I'll start swirling it around. Gotta mix it.
Alright, you do so. I mean, some of the audience delight at the presentation. Others kind of look questionably at it, at this milky white substance that clearly has something that has come from a unicorn in it. You basically watch as they drink it. It is refreshing, and then levels out to a milky smoothness. You can see that many people have the kind of like little mustache lip as they enjoy your drink. Sorry, Gideon, what are you offering?
I will. I'll grab a couple limes, about 6. Chop them up just in half, squeeze them fresh into a bit of a shaker with ice, splash of tequila in there, shake it all up, get it iced to let the lime kind of integrate into it, and also in several cups for the judges, pour just a shot of it in each, and then soda water on top, because there's only one way to finish out a meal as hearty as this, and it's with a little Yona Ranch water.
All right. This show proudly sponsored by Yona Ranch. No. All right. The cocktail is quite delicious and goes super well. It is refreshing and relaxing. It's got that little tartness from the limes that have gone in, and that fragrant citrus smell, which actually accompanies quite well with Chuckles' coconut banana water. Which definitely brings and elevates both drinks to a perfect end to the judging. Now we get to the tricky bit. We now come to the judging.
Oh.
Now, as we're going through the points for today, there is a poll that is coming out in chat to find out who you, the audience, wins the popularity contest. Is it Gideon and his 3-course meal of hush bullet served with a delicious lou-roo, the bullet back ribs with Yona lightning sauce, and the blueberry cobbler served with a twist of fire? Or will it be Chuckles with his caramel Korean carnival corn dogs? The funnel cake burger with live screaming zucchini patties? Or his banana scream pie?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Who will take the victory? Who will walk away without the title? As we go over the points, we have 5 minutes on the clock. And the contest begins. Cast your votes, but cast them wisely. Now, lads, as always, we are going to go through the point systems as we tally up the votes. So starting with round 1. Round 1 was our battle round, where we got to see our competitors do face-to-face battle against the Bullets themselves. For the points in preparation, enabling yourselves to engage and prepare the meats in unique and creative ways for your dishes. Out of 2 points, Gideon, you have scored 2 points. And Chuckles, you have also scored 2 points.
Oh, yeah.
For harvesting, and that is to say successfully harvesting the meat that you required, both our competitors reached max points of 2 points. Starting us off with 4 points in round 1. It was a very close battle as Gideon had chosen a Bulette who was, of course, in its prime, one of the biggest, juiciest, and most tender of the herd, whereas Chuckles got more for his buck, having taken out 2 Bulette, even though lesser quality than the one that Gideon had slain, managed to use that to great effect with rendering the fat from the rather weakened Bulette. For the cooking round, where we got to see our chefs in action in our kitchen, for the skills challenge, Gideon, you have earned 1 point, as unfortunately you did fail one of your challenges. And Chuckles, you walk away with full points of 2 points, as you had successfully completed all of your skill challenges. The next points were awarded to Kitchen Chaos. Sorry, what was that?
The dice are hot.
Dice were so hot for you today. Next up was the Kitchen Challenge, the Chaos events, and overcoming this challenge, but not only that, but utilizing what you had to your advantage. For this, Gideon, you got 2 points for being able to use the Bulette in order to jump across and into the opponent's area, disrupting their rhythm, and also by not balking at the sight of an old man in your soup. Chuckles, unfortunately, due to some of the chaos causing you some pause, while you did of course gain 1 point for dealing with the Zucchini family, you did not gain the point for dealing with the rampaging Bulettes. The bananas that you used were still destroyed, covered in saliva and mixes of shredded banana peel, so unfortunately that is only 1 point.
Adds to the flavor. Good.
Lastly, for round 2, we had our culinary flair. How skilled and how amazing was your flair in the kitchen? And honestly, I gotta say, this was a tough one. Both of you would get full points from me if it came down to it, but sadly, the both of you were awarded only 1 point for your kitchen flair. While your sabotage was on point, very beautiful, your culinary cooking skills failed to enchant and delight, which is no matter, because sometimes it's quality of the food over the finesse and flair in the kitchen. But that being said, you also did find true romance in the kitchen, and both of you have earned a special bonus point for the blossoming of love, which brings us both to 9 points apiece. Which brings us now to the final round.
Ooh.
There are 4 categories here, starting with the plating of meals. Out of 3 points, 1 for each set, Gideon, you have received no points for the plating of your hush Bulette. For your main course, you have received no points for the plating of your ribs, but you do receive a point for the plating of your beautifully presented dessert. Chuckles, with your Ferris wheel and carnival delights, you have earned 1 point for your starter and the Ferris wheel that it was served in, 1 point for the big top and the small carnival, and 1 point for the illusion of the barrel of monkeys, pulling your lead ahead to 12. Next was creativity. How inspired by Bulette was your dish? Gideon, you chose a great deal of country fare, things that were simple and home cooked. You even chose to show some of the delicate ways that the Bulette could be used. You gain full points for your hush bullets, full points for the ribs, and full points for your dessert. With that touch of alcohol thrown in, being what saved that dish from losing out on that point, that it really brought it back down to that country western style in a single blow. Now, Chuckles, you did incredibly well, but as far as the creativity of using the Bulette goes, unfortunately, you seem to beat out on your Bulette, with much of the carnival being brought in over the expansion of your secret ingredient. In fact, if it wasn't for the fact that that's the title of the show, it'd be hard to identify exactly where the Bulette was in your dish. So unfortunately for this round, you did not earn any points.
Oh, my hubris.
That being said, they looked incredible and you won full points for your plating though. So next up, we have our deliciousness. How tasty were these dishes? Side by side, for the starter, Gideon, your dish definitely was up to par. The crunchiness, the description of the roux that you've made, all of it together with how well you had seasoned the Bulette during the battle round, came out quite marvelously. Chuckles, your corn dog was inspired by the carnival, and you brought us on a journey of your life, and that, I don't know why I become a southern character all of a sudden, but you know, I'm just getting into the vibe here. But yes, you will also receive full points, as I felt during your dish, eating that corn dog, getting that feel of it. Not only was it thrown back in there, but all those flavors they came from a wealth of experience, a depth that has not been understood for, you know, by just the mediocre chefs. Next up is your main. Now, while the dish itself was delicious and the sauce exemplary, overcooking the Bulette was a big, big taboo. And unfortunately, that will lose you that point for this round of deliciousness.
Oh no.
Chuckles, however, your dish as its main was absolutely splendid. But while Gideon's excelled at one element, Chuckles, unfortunately, that was the one element you needed as well. The sauce, Chuckles. For your burger.
Oh, I forgot the sauce.
Unfortunately, Chuckles, any good burger maker knows that if a meat ain't worth its salt, a burger ain't worth its sauce. And
I forgot the cheese. Oh no!
So
And I left the oven on.
Your burger was tasty, but unfortunately, likewise, you will not be receiving points as a crucial element was missed. The dessert, the piece de resistance, or should I say pies de resistance. Chuckles, your pie was incredible. In fact, one could even say that it was an unnameable, indescribable experience that words could not put into fashion. You will gain your point for the dessert, though I'll be damned if anyone could explain why. Gideon, your dessert was elevated to another new level. Pie and ice cream is inspired, but you added extra to that by choosing a very, very unique alcohol for your serving. Now, this is going to be crucial to your points. Why did you pick that particular alcohol?
Well, Judge, I think that bourbon is sweet. It has a great burn temperature. It burns quick, so it won't disrupt the dish. And you light it, and it burns off, and it leaves its essence infused into it without changing the nature of it entirely.
All right. Well, Gideon,
Pretty good.
you will also be gaining your point for this one. All right. This then brings us to the judging round. Now, this round entirely is popularity based. It is about whose dish spoke to the audience the loudest. With 59% to 41%, the winner of the popularity contest is Gideon Cole.
Oh yeah!
Which
Oh,
means
no.
the winner and Dragon Chef for today's culinary exploit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fiends and friends of all ages, I present to you your winner, Gideon Cole.
Hey! Yeah!
Oh! Just
That
because
one's
I
for you,
murdered a
gang.
family.
Yeah, I'll always remember you, Chuckles.
The unicorn says hi.
The unicorn enjoyed the show.
He did. All right, Gideon, you have now earned the title of Dragon Chef. You have proven yourself here on the grand stage. What words do you have for your loyal and supportive followers out there in the internet land?
Well, you know, I never would have been able to accomplish such a task without my friends back, back on the road. I want to give a big shout out to Cremmy, Frosty, Gricko, and even Torbeck in his own right. Every one of them helped me get ready for this, think about how to cook, how to prepare, and really, it's a team, it's a family victory. You know what I mean? So I just want to give a big shout out to them, and then I want to give an even bigger shout out to the Adventures fam for coming through, cheering us on, and voting me into victory. So much love to all of you.
Absolutely incredible. Much like this was an incredible journey. Chuckles, gone but not forgotten. How do you feel about your impending loss?
Well, you know, it was always my childhood dream to be the Electrum Chef. But now that I've learned that this is Dragon Kitchen and not Electric Chef, the loss isn't so bad. But you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep on trying, and maybe one day I can come back, and I just want to appreciate everything you've done for me. And I'll hang up my apron and bowler cap with pride.
Oh, that's not
And
what
I
we do
guess
here. We have grudge matches all the time. You want to try and take him on? We will welcome a grudge match later.
Oh.
But
Wait. Am I encouraged to be bitterly resentful and hateful of my
course. This is
competitors?
Dragon Kitchen. We're a reality
And a
show.
sore
We
loser?
thrive. Like we would lose all our business if there wasn't like gritty, realistic, personal grudges that get taken off camera.
Gideon, I will have my revenge then. In the Dragon Kitchen, I will become the Electrum Chef. I swear this on the Honk Legion.
You come back anytime you want, you psycho clown. You try and take this dragon knife out of my cold, dead hands. Anytime you need to be reminded what it is to cook from the heart, I'm happy to show you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and with these final words, we here at Dragon Kitchen like to thank you and thank, of course, our lovely sponsor, Hero Forge. As you can see from the wonderful and incredible renditions you can see of our characters as we've been playing. My name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. And this has been Dragon Kitchen. Farewell. Stay safe. Until the next show, stay hungry. Okay, that outro was for
Goodbye.
the YouTubers. Because I'll be editing this later. But, guys, let's go to the green room and hang out with the chat a little bit, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! All right. Hello, greetings. Let me do this. See, I'm a professional streamer. I know what my stuff does.
I thought I was going to be in grayscale the whole time, and I'll say, when she walked into my office.
I knew just then.
And
he
then
was-
she walked in, and it was
I knew
just
that.
me and her, and I could spot those gams from a mile away.
Did someone say yams?
Oh.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm getting. Oh man, I was so in the mood. You have any idea how hard it was not to just go full, like, freaking just start clowning around? Oh my god. All right, first of all, guys, what a show. Thank you so much for coming by and making the time to come and do this. I'm so excited. I'm so ecstatic because, you know, like, hey, I've been a fan of LOA for, like, the longest freaking time. And this is, like, the first time I've had a chance to, like, have something to have you guys on to come and play and have fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us, man. I mean, this has been absolutely incredible, and I think that it's not too often we shake things up like this, and it's so much fun to get to play against Mikey in just a heads up chef battle,
It was amazing. It was amazing. Echoing that, everything. Thank you. This was absolutely a blast. We have to do this. We have to get a rematch. I want to recount, but I'll accept my defeat.
Yeah. Classic. There's a hanging vote. One of the votes was a hanging Chad.
That's true. Look, I'll only reveal this because it's the after show, but I did notice that there was because you can use bits to make your vote count a little more, and there was one person whose vote counted very heavily. I see you, Richie. I see you. But it was such a great show, and it was so good seeing these two very, very iconic characters coming toe to toe and head to head. Because obviously, like there's been so many engagements and encounters with both Chuckles and Gideon's over the years, and it was so good to just see them getting to like cut loose and go after each other. Because hey, it's a one shot. What's gonna stop you? So, guys, in chat real quick, if you guys have any questions for the boys or for myself, leave them in chat. We will read them as we go through. But let's do stars, wishes, and favorite moments. These are some of my favorite things to do on my show. They're inspired by, a few different people, but a friend of mine, Dreaded GM, is a very, very big person on like positivity and sharing when we do excellently. So we're gonna do that because that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. So let's start with Mace. Mace, stars, wishes, favorite moments, things that you loved, things that you would like to see, and things that you wish had happened. What do you reckon?
Oh man, favorite moments. I mean, I think just the second we I mean, you guys got me. Let me tell you what, you guys got me with the OBS setup thing. And yeah, and even the DM Dave, I'm on a call with this guy like leading up. I'm sweating
brilliant.
bullets. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so nervous. The camera's about to come on. I'm gonna meet DM Dave for the first time. We're gonna have to role play heads up, side by side, and then the whole like, I'm getting some technical difficulties. He's at a con. He's in his hotel room. What's this? And then Mikey coming in was just an absolutely unbelievable, just masterstroke of a moment. That was so awesome.
Yeah, you guys couldn't hear. I guess, of course, it's the green room, so you guys weren't able to see that. But the level of acting that Michael did to absolutely bamboozle the fuck out of Maze was incredible.
Yeah,
I'm like, man,
which
he did not
normally
have
I
to
would
go
say
as hard
is
as
not
he
a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like maybe, like Maze is not. He's very easy to deceive, but like you went the extra mile. I'm very
very
well
trusting. You had such an elaborate backstory. Like, DM Dave forgot he had a freaking con to go to. He's now just in a hotel room. He's OBSing in. I was like, wow, that's so believable. Wouldn't it exuberant backstory?
Oh,
Yeah, I was like, well, this guy's really got some commitment. He's calling in from like Idaho right now.
Oh man, you know what? And it was really funny too because we planned this right from the start, like straight away. Because I'd approached Mikey and said, hey, listen, I've got Dragon Kitchen that I do, like this cooking thing. Do you want to come on? Do you want to invite some of the LOA crew? And then Mikey turned around and said, I want to play Chuckles. And I said, if we play Chuckles, we should get Gideon on. And then immediately I went, wait, don't tell Gideon that you're playing Chuckles. And then I started this super elaborate plan. I reached out to my friend DM Dave, who me and Dave, we're Dave is my GM for campaign 2 Careful Cantrip. And I said, hey Dave, Raina, listen, I need to make Mace believe he is not versing Mikey. Can I pretend like you're gonna be on Dragon Kitchen? And they're like, yeah, whatever, man. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna, and I made ads. I made things. I put Dave in a private chat with Mace.
I talked to him for days. I talked to him for days leading up to this. Like, what an absolute bamboozle! Like,
It was
oh
Definition of
my
bamboozle.
god!
It was such a deep fake, and it was never the case.
Girl boss gaslight, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
man.
it's just come on.
So basically,
God.
Mace has been talking to Dave for days, and Dave's been there the whole time, knowing that I'm not playing with this guy. But
Yeah.
he's really nice. But you know,
Dave, really excited to play with you. He's like, yeah, sure, buddy. Yeah, can't wait. Yeah.
but you know what? No, look. Truth be told, DM Dave, Careful Cantrip, one of the like my favorite places to be, and like I said, I'm a regular cast member over there. He is such a good sport. So if you do get a chance to, please go and give Careful Cantrip a follow, because not only will you see me there, but you'll get to see the incredible DM Dave GMing and showing us exactly what a really passionate GM looks like behind the GM screen, doing what they love. Because yeah, it's one of my favorite games. It's why it's the only ongoing campaign I'm a part of. Like I do a lot of performance work, so I've actually done stuff like I've been on the D&D official channel. I do a lot of work with Quincy's Tavern. I do tons of work with How to Be a Great GM. I'm everywhere, right? But the only place I've ever decided, like, hey, I'm going to call this place home is Careful Cantrip, because Dave is just such a good guy. And yeah, he was such a good sport playing along with all this stuff, as well as Raina, who is also one of the who is also the producer of Careful Cantrip as well. So yeah, freaking amazing. Yeah.
Gotta give it up to Dave. Just unbelievable gaslighting skills.
That's
absolutely.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's awesome. I was gonna say that's really heartfelt, but yeah, then I remembered I got gaslit to hell. So yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Absolutely
yeah.
brilliant.
But you know what? Hey, it may be gaslighting, but it is still your favorite moment.
Yeah.
But no, I knew what was gonna happen when that happened as well. Like I was like, oh man, if we can get this, and it took me so much planning too. If we can get this timed so that Mace only finds out after we're live. But then I was like, but I have to introduce Gideon first. How do I introduce Gideon first and have Mikey here without Gideon noticing? So in the Zoom chat, we've actually got him as like OBS camera Dave.
Yeah.
And we got Mikey to change his profile picture to like the little OBS wheel, and it was just there was a lot of almost too much effort went into this.
You guys are lunatics. I mean, it was incredible. It's unbelievable, but
It's beautiful.
Lunatics.
What about you, Mikey? Do you have a favorite moment?
Yeah, I think man, there's a lot of really good ones. I think my favorite moment was, I had a lot of, I could have taken a lot of guesses what would happen, but if two Mephits banging in an oven, that wasn't on the list. So that was my favorite moment. I think that's my favorite. Things that I wish had happened, probably a terrible grease fire. A terrible grease fire, I think, is things I wish would have happened.
I wish there'd been a horrible grease fire that burned the whole kitchen down and killed everyone involved.
Ice cream.
That's how this show ends. Just me putting a big fire on the screen, and then like the outro is just just this flaming wall that I just leave on stream for an hour.
Yeah, and then I guess the star, I don't know if that's like what it is, but I think gotta give it up to Mace. Not for the whole being bamboozled part, but just like for the heartfelt like thought that he put into all of his dishes. That was a well-deserved win out of character, very well-deserved win.
Oh no! When you were like, oh, the big top extravaganza, and when you did the pie thing, when you were like, I throw the pie at the judge, and then I like release the minor illusions, like, oh, just kidding, and played it. I was like, oh no, it's over. It's game over. I can't. What can I do? I can punch.
There's
things.
something behind your ear. Hold on. Oh, it's the pie. Oh,
So
it's a banana pie.
Oh, it was so good. And you know what? It's really interesting because the show brings out like an entirely different way of like thinking about monster encounters and like what you're doing, I think a lot of times we tend to lean on our abilities and our skills, and we kind of see them in this box that D&D tells us to, right? Like, this is what my ability does. This is the tool I have at this disposal. But when you start thinking about how those tools work and how differently you can apply them, it opens up a whole new world, not just in cooking, but like any kind of D&D thing. Like, I love the idea that someone can grab like a handful of salts, cast burning hands, and you've now got a handful of really incredibly heated rock salts that you can then throw into some water and cause an explosion, right? You can't do that in D&D because there's no rules for it. But how creative, how awesome is that? And getting to see the two of you guys, who I know are freaking juggernauts for like your role play and your gaming.
Shucks.
Oh man, seeing you guys in here in this element was hilarious. I think probably my favorite moment was and for each of you. Was definitely Gideon smack talking during every chance that you guys got. Like there were moments where I just sat back and was just like, "Oh, they're going," and I'll leave them go. I'll let them go. Like it was just so great, and it was just really really cool just to see that kind of like wit going through. But then you'd also see moments where you would just like no nonsense and just like with Lou, and you just like, "Yep, nope, just gonna." Yep, don't need to worry. Just don't think about it, Gideon. Just keep stirring. And the old guy's gone.
Remember what Crimmy said. He didn't say anything about a loo,
Don't
but
you
it just
forget what
gotta
Crimmy
keep growing
said.
till I get that caramel color.
Sometimes you just gotta kill a couple loos to make a great roux.
and Chuckles, I gotta say, like, the sense of humor was just so on point, and I was there every step of the way. But I think my favorite moment was the bit where I think within the span of like 2 minutes of me telling you that you were incorporeal and could like walk through people and stuff like that, you asked for the peanuts and they got thrown and it just went straight through. I'm sitting there going, yeah, okay. Not sure.
It's a double-edged sword with no hilt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was it. I think that was just, it was comedy gold.
Amazing.
Comedy gold.
Amazing.
All right. I think we had a couple of questions here. I think the first question that I was asked. By the way, if anyone has any questions, now's the final calls for them. We've got. Don't know how you survived the chaos with these two dead Aussie, but it was a wonderful one shot you put together. Not really a question, more of a statement with a question. But thank you very much.
Agreed.
Honestly, it does not take much to make talent shine. That is my philosophy here on this channel, and I am very proud to have invited both Mason and Mikey to do so, because you two shined so well for this show and in all your shows. Like, again, Legends of Evantris, if you guys haven't checked it out, please. I mean, I'm fairly confident that no one in this chat does not know Legends of Evantris by now. We've raided into you guys like a ton of times, and like I'm always like lurking whenever and wherever I can. But the show is amazing. The GMing is on point. The descriptions are hilarious, and you spend half your time doing nothing but laughing your asses off. And you know what? That's the clear sign of a great and wonderful game, in my opinion. We have another thing here. Well done to Mason Mikey for dodging the bullets in the kitchen. Mace Energy, Chuckles, come on back if you ever want to try again. I done told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best it's ever been.
That's really good. Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I should have said that. Yeah. My
That's
only
my least
regret when
favorite
I
moment,
killed
is that you
Chuckles is I
missed
thought
that.
I'd only be able to do it once.
Dave
pretty
has
good.
called you out, though, Gideon. He has said, we'll definitely have to have our match one day. Chef Swidundi is coming for that knife. Ooh,
Oh, nice. Oh,
there
is he
you
in the
go.
chat? What's up, DM Dave? Great to chat with you for hours and hours in Discord, only to find out you were never gonna be here.
All right, just going through this. Looking for days, people are laughing at that. Sometimes you slide into DM Dave's DM. Sometimes DM Dave slides into you.
Oh. Oh.
I enjoyed the scene changes, the music, and the Borderline-esque battle map. Thank you. Actually, battle maps, by the way, I use a bunch of different battle maps. Let's give a quick shout out there. This one was from Neutral Party. If you want to go sign up to their Patreon, they have a ton of just incredible maps, and they make, like, because what I do is a lot of improv D&D. So, like, today there was a lot of audience participation, the Bulette rampages, the sabotages, and stuff like that. All of my shows have stuff like that. So we even have stuff for map changes. So I have a catalog of like 300 maps that at a dime we can just throw in a battle scene. So yeah, these guys I highly recommend.
And on that note, I just want to give a huge shout out to Dead Ozzy and Michael for this amazing, for as far as the maps and utilizing it, and the production quality, I guess, is like the level of wizardry here. It's like compared to like what we do is we just throw it on and we dance like monkeys, like that's it. Like
Rich just clicks a button and the camera angle changes. You know, to have
like
the scene transfers when he was first like, oh, check this thing out. I mean, this is just a really quick thing I tossed together, and it's like, and then it goes into a whole different thing. It's like, whoa. We're a different world now.
Is insane. The GMing, everything about it. Like, you know, people were in the comments saying like how intense it was and how like, I was on the edge of my seat and like I'm in it. And so like that's all testament to your GMing and the show that you put together. So excellent work. So,
oh, absolutely. One thing I just wanted to add when we were thinking about favorite moments is actually like some of the way you described the dishes in the end when you're talking about like, you know, hey, like this is how it tastes, like this is how it happens. Like a lot of like the depth you add in through your GMing, they were like basically the whole time I was like, wow, I'm really proud about this dish I put together. You know, like I feel this tastes really good. I just know that it does. So I think absolutely fantastic game running, man. Like, you know, it's really incredible to get to play with somebody who has that ability. So thank you, to echo everything Mikey said, and just thank you once again for having us on.
Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. It's this is a labor of love. Anything we do on stream tends to be, you know, like I think everyone who streams knows that, you know, this is kind of something that you can't do if you don't love it. And, you know, like weirdly enough, me and Mikey have known each other for years, but have never done anything together. And that still blows my mind. And so, you know, like this was a long time coming, so I wanted to give you guys my best, and I'm really glad that it came across and that you guys had such a wonderful time, because
absolutely.
Epic Realm says, how did the idea of a cooking reality show come up? Honestly, because I was sick of doing live plays. I do 10 to 15 a week, and I went, you know what, I want to do something different. But, you know, I love D&D because it makes me feel safe, and I don't need to change system, and everyone understands it. So, so yeah, it was just kind of like, because I love cooking and I love food. And, you know, I ask questions like, what does Bulette taste like? What does, you know, like, how would you cook a phoenix if it just keeps reanimating? Very weird questions about cooking that if you ask it in a D&D world were just fascinating to find out. The fact that you guys, like, you know, found the underbelly of the Bulette and, you know, sort of were ramming into it. The fact that, you know, like when you used your shrapnel bomb, that it went off, you know, kind of made me think like, oh, well, you know, how that's going to work is like, if it opens its mouth, because its mouth is huge, right? You would hit the roof of its mouth, which is probably the smallest distance between it and the brain with no armor. Because why would it have armor on the top of its, the roof of its mouth, you know? It might be thicker, but it doesn't eat dirt like a worm does. It's got, like, teeth. If it did, it would break all those teeth, right? So that has to be kind of a soft palate. Anyway, like I said, lots of little things that I weirdly think about, and it was a good outlet for me to do so. What was the inspiration behind choosing a Bulette for the special ingredient? Honestly, mace. I wanted to do a barbecue episode today, and as soon as I said barbecue, I want Gideon. I want Gideon so badly to do this. Mace was my blue sky. I said, I don't know if he's going to be ready. I don't know if he's going to be available. I don't know if he'll look at me and go like, I don't know who this bloody guy is, right? I didn't even know anything about it. I just went, barbecue, Gideon, perfect. And then I said, what will they barbecue? And last Dragon Kitchen we had Phoenix, so I didn't want to do like something fire based. So I said, what's good? And I thought Gorgon, because Gorgon's kind of like a cow who breathes out paralytic gas. I thought Gorgon might be really good. I thought Bahir might be really good with the lightning and stuff like that. Or even Basilisk, because I thought of that. But Bulette, I was like, what if we did this like a rodeo? You know, what if we gave them an opportunity to actually like ride these things and like you know, like have like kind of like that old Wild West, like you're steering the steers and stuff like that. We didn't get too deep into like, you know, the rodeo side of things, but that was what inspired it and why there was a herd of Bulette instead of just like, here's one for each of you, go kill it, and then, you know, Bob's your uncle and that's it. But yeah, that was that one. Comments on the Hero Forge models, thank you so much. Please, again, if you like the Hero Forge models, tell people, especially Twitter. Because then Hero Forge hears that you like what I do. I've never seen RP as unique as this one. I love it. So many cool aspects came together to make it awesome. I'm glad you got to witness it. I am glad too. And likewise, I'm glad that we were able to put on such a great show. And that is us caught up with chat. So I guess the last thing that I will ask from both of you. Given that you guys are from the same cast, please use this time as you would. Tell us what you're up to. What's new? What's exciting? What's fun? What's happening to all the people that they're in the internet land so that they may know where to find you and what you're up to?
I'm going to pitch that because Mace prepared for all of this. I'm going to let you do it, buddy. Go ahead.
Oh, great.
Go
Great.
ahead.
Thank you. Well, listen, if you don't know who we are, where we're from, this is Mikey. I'm Mace. We're from Legends of Adventurous. We play D&D over on our own channel. We have a lot of fun. We have a great time. I've been told that the website is strodcast.com, one of the websites that links to a great many things you can check out. We actually just rolled out if you're a fan of the channel already, if you think anything we do is super cool, we just rolled out a merch shop, which is totally crazy. Mikey actually specifically has worked on a ton of the art for it, which has been really cool to see come out. We put content out on YouTube, TikTok, where else? We have actually a podcast where we played Curse of Stradania, our take on kind of that classic module. And we just have a really good time. So if you love D&D, you love to laugh, you love to just kind of get immersed in really cool stories, swing on by, check us out. And you know, if you want to hang out anytime in between those streams, join us on our own Discord, which you can also find the link to at strodcast.com. Mikey, did I miss anything?
Nice shilling. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very cool. And I hear, I mean, I don't know if this is rumors or not, but I hear that that there may be a convention sometime in August that you guys might be attending, maybe. Sort of.
Oh yes, I think we're all going to. I think it would be the
How
the
could you
first
forget
time.
that, Mace?
Oh God! Oh man! And official Legends of Adventurous just said somebody should hire me, only to probably fire me immediately.
Look, if you're looking
yes.
for a promo guy, just saying. I mean, I don't forget stuff.
Yeah, perfect,
Yes.
perfect. We need somebody reliable on it. You know, it can't be any of us. But there is a con coming up. I believe that every
Gen
single
Con.
one of the Adventurous team members is currently confirmed to be heading to, and I
Gen
believe you
Con.
yourself, Michael, will be there. So we'll be hanging out in person, having an awesome time, having a blast, and who knows, maybe getting to do a little bit of D&D action over there. So if you're gonna
Come
be
hang
at
with
Gen
us.
Con, what was that?
Come hang with us. I'm telling
Come
you.
hang with us.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be at
And-
Gen Con, come hang with us. Come have a great time. You know, let's have some fun. Let's play some games. Let's just chat.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? I am going to be trying to like make time to just hang with people, like just like go to a pub and just vibe, you know, like as much as I love doing the shows and things like that. I did it once and I booked myself out and that was dumb. So now I'm just going to like do a handful of things and just hang with folks like these guys. So if you wanna come
Likewise.
hang out and things like that, and towards the Gen Con-y type, hey, maybe that's something you guys can look into and come see all of us doing cool things. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have been Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face, and you can find it here a number of times during the week. I do not sleep, so you will find me here all the time. If you don't find me here, you can find me over on Quincy's Tavern, which I will be on next Sunday. No, this Sunday. Whoops, I should probably be getting ready for that. This Sunday, where I'll be doing Tavern Brawl with my dear friend Cole, as well as a few other noteworthy individuals. Mwahaha. And I will also be doing stuff with How to Be a Great GM over on their channel, as we've just wrapped up our what's it called? Tyranny of Dragons. No, not Tyranny of Dragons. The other dragon one, Dragonlance. That's the thing. We just wrapped up our Dragonlance thing, and we're going to be moving on to our next thing. And last but not least, I will be in Utah in May for Convergence. So if you haven't checked that out, there is a big event that Quincy's Tavern is putting on called The Convergence, which you can find at the Convergence event. It's at Evermore Park in Utah, where Quincy is building a actual tavern where you get to go and hang out and meet Quincy and a whole bunch of other people, including me, who are going to be in character. It's like Disneyland for D&D nerds. So go check those out. We are going to go and raid our friends over at Blackwater D&D. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you to, of course, Mikey and Mace from Legends of Adventurous. We hope that you enjoy your stay. Be well, be wonderful, be kind to those around you, and as always, as we like to say here on the channel, game hard or die trying. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thanks,
See ya.